we've got stories to tell, how the human race should be erased from space. We're horrible people and deserve to die. If you don't believe me, then I'll tell you why. We've caused genocides and mass extinction, humans causing bad pollution. Amazon is burning down, California's on shaky ground. Ted Cruz in Cancun, people deny the moon. Gun crime is on the rise, hypocrisy and evil lies. Leadership is on vacation, God is doing tax evasion. Police increasing jurisdiction, overdue for extinction.
Now that we've got everything finally set up, I don't feel like I actually know what I'm doing. We do have to change up what we were going to do for the icebreaker because Russ got busy at work. So much alcohols. So welcome patrons to our second bonus episode. I'm going to go first.
You're going to go first.
Evidently we decided that all of the bonus episodes are going to be drinking episodes.
It sounds fine to me.
The problem with that today in particular is that I started working a second job for pizza delivery. I won't name which one because I don't want my employers to be mad at me for associating me with this nonsense. But I was working till 12:30. I
don't even know what time you got.
You guys were fucking blitz when I got home.
She was dozing. I was.
I didn't get to bed till almost 1:30, and then had to get up again at 6. So I am nice and tired. And then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, we went from no production hardly to overtime is now being covered at my primary job. So I'm also now doing double shifts starting tonight on no sleep while trying to do podcasts and drinking on a Monday.
I was very concerned when I realized, I'm like, wait, he wants to come home and record, and then he has to go to work at 11, and he's going to be there until 3 tomorrow. Like, when were you going to sleep?
We'll see if I do it at home. Well, then I was trying to figure out if I could cover all of the days because one of my coworkers tries to slide out of overtime obligation at all, and he would just pass it off to me and I have to take a write-up. It's not the end of the world, but he's like, well, I think it's dumb that we let go somebody temporarily, but we can afford to cover overtime. We should have that person work that overtime. But don't take the extra money from me. I want the overtime. I just am in a rough spot right now to do the overtime. So to appease him and assure him he wasn't going to have to take a write-up or get stuck doing one day of 4 hours overtime, I said, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. And then I was like, if I get off of my pizza delivery job at, I believe 12 o'clock, that's when they close. If I leave exactly at 12 and all to do the cleanup like I didn't have to last night, I can go straight to work in Kent. And I think then that'll put me at getting like 2.5 hours of sleep if I sleep in the car immediately upon getting there, and then back up and into work. So
that's doing too much.
So I'm not going to do work on Wednesday the overtime. He's gonna have to just deal with a write-up. Instead, I'm gonna drink on a Monday, being sleep deprived, and then get a couple hour nap before doing a 16-hour shift. So
I have faith in you.
Glad somebody does. So to kick things off, I guess, before we get to our cold open, my mic is wiggling and it makes me self-conscious.
Wiggling.
Sounds like a problem on a first date.
My mic is wiggling. Oh no.
I apologize for the wiggly mic. It won't happen again.
Did you guys have that issue on your first date?
Our first date was wings.
Oh.
We went to... I don't think it was all you can eat, but it was wing night. It was a discounted wing night. And that was back when wings were 50 cents. And now they're like $1 a piece. And they're like, yeah, that's a reasonable price.
The best part is like, I don't even remember you coming to the family. I just remember you started existing.
I just existed on the couch with my Switch.
You just started existing. You were there at the kids' birthday parties. You know, you guys lived together. I don't know where you came from, when you got together. You were just there. And
were you guys at Trace's second birthday party?
I think so.
In the cabin at the Boardman Park?
Cabin at Boardman
I think it was a cabin.
I don't know.
Yeah, some kind of caffeine.
I remember we did at least one outside where I live now. We did one at the house in Warren when you guys lived there. And that was the last birthday party.
That would have been when he was 4 or 5, I believe. We've been here for 5 years, so probably 4. And the one where you're currently at would have been 3 then. Anyway, we haven't even started drinking yet. We're already off track. I don't know where we came from.
I'm waiting for you to take your shot.
Where did we even come from that we just started discussing birthday parties? Me existing in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that birthday party being
your first date.
super awkward because we had only been dating, I think maybe a few weeks at that point, or maybe a month or so. So my focus was I'm going to help set up for this kid's birthday party who I don't really know anything about. And I'm going to, I guess, try to bury myself in the kitchen to be away from all of these people. I don't know who they are. So, yeah. And now here we are.
You were very antisocial for so long. But, I mean, so was I. But
it's not so much, you hit up in the bedroom quite often. It's not that I was antisocial. I just don't really have anything to talk about. And a lot of times the conversation was happening. It often led to politics. I'm like, well, I'm not going to burn bridges here.
That's fair.
I tried to avoid joining that conversation. But regardless of all of that having nothing to do with anything while we're here today, I guess we're going to drink. So I will pay the consequences and hopefully not suffer too much. So today we're drinking, what is it? Mango Parrot Bay rum?
Yes. It is fantastic. I really like the aftertaste.
You got a nice head start on me.
I just tasted it.
By taste, you mean took a shot?
Absolutely. It was a celebratory shot.
I got a ringing in my ear. It just came out of fucking nowhere. There we go. It's gone.
I needed to do a celebratory shot.
Of what? Oh, getting rid of your troubled person?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that's good enough reason to shoot. So
stress-free.
So
do a shot.
We're gonna start off with a shot each. And then you don't want to. We're gonna break the rules. I don't care what Taskmaster upstairs says. If I start getting a little bit too carried away, I'll never back. But I think we should do.
Are you gonna be able to recognize that? Because I was not able to recognize that myself last time. I'm gonna have to stand up after every shot. Hold up. Gotta stand up and check.
The last time you remembered anything was checking to see how far along we were in the episode, and then you remember nothing after that.
Correct.
And you couldn't see how far we were because you couldn't see the time frame.
I am fairly blind though. Like I'm supposed to be wearing glasses, but my glasses broke. Like where it holds in the lens, it broke, so the lens kept falling out, and I had it just ever so perfect so it would stay. But then the cats, in one of their crackhead hours, I put my glasses on the couch, and then they just boom, and they fell in. That lens went poof. Like it's literally nowhere.
So you need glasses then.
I need glasses.
You could do like you went to a con that one year with us as Poison Ivy. Should have done Harley Quinn. She's too overplayed for you. Oh, well, you're no fun. I think you would like the red and the blue.
No.
And you do pigtails sometimes. That's your whole gamer tag.
What?
Doesn't your gamer tag have to do with pigtails?
No.
Oh.
No, my gamer tag has to do with Harry Potter.
Oh, I fucking know nothing about you.
Apparently. Because a pygmy puff is I think that it's Luna at one point talking about them. They're little, basically fur balls, and they're like pink and purple, and they're really fluffy and fuzzy. And for the longest time, I couldn't control my hair. It was just a fluff ball on my head, and pink is my favorite color, and I often do pink or purple. So
I feel like
in a way, I am a pygmy puff.
I feel like at some point Kristen explained that to me because I think I asked her before why your gamer tag was what it was. And she explained it to me, but because it was her that explained it to me, it just went whoosh, and somehow I retained it has to do with pigtails. So,
do your shot.
Here we go. Enough delaying with it. Oh, this smells like nail polish remover.
It's actually good.
Oh God. Oh, that's not too bad.
Right? I bet it's better cold.
I think the crown was worse.
My crown was warm though.
Yeah, and we were at the bottom of the bottle and it hadn't been used in a while.
Yeah, I can't do warm.
I don't know if I liked it. Aftertaste. I think we should definitely. What is this party foul nonsense?
It's a drop.
Ugh. All right, so
I like the aftertaste.
we got to change things around a little bit. I have to borrow the icebreaker from our normal episode because Mr. Russ Perry has agreed to help us. And I thought we might have to drink the next time we do the regular episode. Maybe the next regular episode will be a drunk episode too.
I think our regular viewers should get one drunk episode just so that they see what they're missing out on, and it can encourage them.
I was eventually going to release the first bonus episode, maybe like a month or two down the road, and then we're going to do the Omegle chats as well.
Are we doing that today?
Yes.
Yes!
We also, oh man, maybe we should record. We're already too late. We're too far into this episode. I was gonna say we also have to record like 3 segment intros because one of them Karen does need to for editing the episode. We don't have it recorded yet. So
much to do.
I know, so much to do. There's no sleep to be had.
I know.
So we're gonna start with just kind of checking in with each other. It's what we normally do with the cold open, and since everything is going to hell upstairs, since people normally get just the cold open right off the bat instead of all this opening chat, they're going to get to hear it all. I feel bad. I should put some kind of like time frame chapters for people just be like, I don't want to listen to this. This is already
like
10
how
minutes
YouTube gives the the highlights and the time where it starts. Absolutely.
YouTube does let me do that when I upload the videos to YouTube, but I'm too lazy to go through and listen
And mark
to the
the
episode
time.
and mark it. So just like fuck it, they can listen to the full thing, and if they don't like it, I don't give a shit. Fuck them. They're only giving us an hour and a half or so every week. Well, every other week.
And like, really, at least just try it out. Skip through sometimes. I don't know. Just
you could probably
give
skip
it a
through. It's a lot like listening or watching I guess listening or watching a D&D podcast. When they get into combat, you don't even play D&D before, so you won't know this. But combat lasts for a long time. Each round, which is everybody goes one time, including the enemies, is 6 seconds long. Not in real time, obviously, because it would take forever to get through one round. But it's 6 seconds in game. So sometimes battles are the only thing you do, like in a 2 or 3 hour session, because they just take so long sometimes.
So wait, you only have 6 seconds for an attack?
No,
So if I stab you, that's only 6 seconds.
like everyone acts at one time in game, even though they're taking turns based on their initiative.
Oh, so the
But
whole
it's-
group attacks at once.
Yeah,
but
everyone's
they're-
attacking each other, kind of like a real time fight. But obviously, because you're turn based, it's not going to play out as a real time fight. But each round of combat is 6 seconds long. So a fight that takes in real life 2 or 3 hours to complete may only be like 5 minutes in game. D&D is a long drawn out. And I've already forgotten the point of mentioning that as well, so we're just going to fucking move on.
You feeling it already?
No, I'm just scatterbrained from being tired.
It's fine.
I do feel a little burn in my chest, though. I'm going to grow some more hair.
It's rum.
But the original icebreaker we were going to do was that video I sent you of the comedy troupe try not to laugh at fake news articles while they were presenting them as anchors. And Russ had agreed to do that for me, but he actually got caught up at work, so he wasn't able to do them. So we're going to borrow from the normal episode, and then I think we'll have to drink for the normal episode so that we can make that funnier.
That's fine.
Okay, so we're going
I'm always funnier drunk.
We're good shit fish. You're also very emotional.
I get very sappy. That is
and
true.
sappy.
I am a very sappy, happy drunk.
The last bonus episode, I kept trying to reel you back in. I was like, okay, we got one more segment. And you're just like, you're such a good brother-in-law. Have you watched the episode yet?
Oh, I was going to say, I did watch, like, the raw, what you uploaded.
Uh-huh.
Because I wanted to watch the jokes. I wanted to show Willard the jokes.
Mhm.
And I skipped through, like, at least 10 minutes just to get to the jokes.
Oh, that's why it was D&D related. Okay, go on. I remember that.
Yeah, see, we get back on track at some point.
Our tangents come back around from other tangents.
I think I watched, like, the first hour of that.
The first hour of a 2 hour and 18-minute video.
Oh, God.
The reason I brought
I'm more
D&D,
concerned about not remembering eating at all.
you're like, when's dinner? Okay, it's 12:30 at night.
I woke up and I'm like, wow, those noodles would have been so good last night. Apparently they were.
The reason I brought up D&D is because podcasts, like I said, combat can take a long period of time. So when you're listening to a D&D podcast, then they get into combat, you're like, I can just kind of keep skipping ahead. And eventually I'll find where things start getting interesting again. And that's what you can do to us now that we're 15 minutes in. This is already a shit show. We've only done one shot.
You want to do another?
Right? Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Ooh.
Let's do cold open and then we'll do it.
Okay, I'll pour it.
Okay. So, you haven't been at work for a little while. You're on a temporary leave.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how you feel about all of your coworkers. How you feel about some of them. And I won't make you talk about them, but my coworkers are getting to be real fucking weird. I mean, they have been for a while. Things happen that there are no boundaries some people don't have at my work. Well, I told you recently about the supervisor that had a can of gasoline sitting in the front of his truck cab in direct sunlight on a very hot day. So he's trying to take us all out, which I appreciate.
So he's a secret terrorist?
He might be. I think he's more likely to be senile because he is real close to retirement, but he won't retire. He just refuses. Like, he has nothing to do if he's not at work. And he's going to be there till he dies, I'm pretty sure.
It could be like, he puts it in there so he can forget and accidentally blows it up and lights everything on fire, so it burns everything down, so you guys get some time off.
Maybe he huffs it. Some people like to huff gas.
Only you would know. You work with him.
I do like the smell of gas.
I like the smell of gas too.
I don't open the container.
People do like to get high. Not for the smell.
That's why I like mowing. I don't like mowing, but I like the finished product of mowing. You smell gasoline and fresh cut grass.
I hate the smell of fresh cut grass, but I love getting gas and filling up my car.
You spill a little bit on your hand.
Well, I was so mad the other day. Yes, exactly. I was so mad the other day. I went to get gas, and I'm like, I'm going to put 30 in. It's not going to fill up my tank, right? Because gas is so expensive. I ended up paying like $2.91 because I went to Sheetz for the 88. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm just going to put 30 in. It's fine. This bitch stopped at $29.57. I had to fight for it to take 30.
You're like, you'll take it. You'll like it.
I was so mad. I was like, come on. I just wanted 30.
Oh shit. Where'd they go? There you go. So I take notes on things that I want to talk about in the cold open. And then we forget about them because we do other cold open ideas, like when we did that little skit with my cuts and bruises and all that. And now I'm looking at the things I wanted to talk about in the next cold open, and I'm going, what does hair clippers and inches and millimeters have to do with anything at all? And then we got Sing the Song of Your People. That was where I was racist last episode. Oh, I know. Me and Brian, who's one of our patrons because he's a good friend, he says.
Thank you.
Not that
Brian.
I'm doubting his friendship commitment, but just that was the reason he said he was subscribing to the Patreon was because he's a good friend.
I'm not sure how long he'll be a dear patron of ours, though.
No, I guess so long as we're entertaining. At this point,
I'm questionable. Don't lie.
20 minutes in and we accomplished nothing. He may just be like, all right, fucking get on with it. I'm going to take my $3 back.
Exactly.
I remember now, he was the one that he and I were having conversations. We were talking about haircuts for some reason. I don't fucking know why. This is completely unrelated to work people. I don't know why I'm talking about it now. I think it's the shot already talking, but we're going to talk about it anyway. And we were texting back and forth, and he was talking about how you needed a haircut, because I said I just got one of my hairs cut. Oh, just the one.
Single hair? Which one?
Just the one.
Can you find it?
No.
It's the one shorter than the rest, isn't it?
It literally is a needle in the haystack kind of situation. But he and I were texting, and he was like, yeah, I need a haircut too. And he's like, I was going to let my wife do it. And he's like, but I don't know what size clippers to use. And I said, oh, I'll get a 3 and a 4. I think that's a pretty good shortcut, but it's not so short that it looks like I'm joining the military. And he's like, well, what does the clipper size mean? And I said, I don't know. And then we had like a long, lengthy, like 20-minute conversation about, is it millimeters? Is it inches?
Did you ever actually Google it, though?
No. Well, we did eventually, but...
I'm going to say, like, I need to know.
We were conversing about it for so long, just going, who knows what it means? I guess hairstylists do because they're the ones that do it. But like beyond that, no normal person knows. And then we just chalked it up to like not knowing. And then like a day later, I'm like, why the fuck did we not Google it? And I Googled it, and I'm pretty sure it is millimeters. But this event was like a month ago, so I don't fucking remember.
I need to know.
So while you're looking that up, another person who's made me weirded out at work was the general plant manager. I listen to music and podcasts while I'm working, and the plant manager comes into the bathroom while I'm taking a piss. I don't even have my earbuds in. They're not in. They're in my case charging because I'm not going to the bathroom with earbuds. And he goes to the stall next to me, and he goes, you listen to something while you go? What do you mean? What kind of a question is that? You got an answer?
I got a size chart.
Oh, that's what it was. 16ths of an inch or 8ths of an inch, something like that. I think it's 8ths of an inch. And I texted it to him, and I said, why did neither of us just Google this and find out the answer? And I did, like a day later.
I love the fact that you went from coworkers to haircuts back to coworkers.
Well, you found it short, so I had to address it.
I know, but I'm confused. And I'm here, and I'm drinking. This is going to be a wild ride.
So it's such a weird thing to have anyone make eye contact with you. As someone without a penis, you don't have stalls in your bathrooms. Well, I mean, other than the collection of penises that you have for your nefarious pie calculating schemes. Regardless.
I don't have those yet.
We're still working on collecting them. But it was just like there's a unspoken rule, and even Kristen, when I was telling her about this event happening, said, "Isn't there an unspoken rule amongst men that you don't talk to each other, and if there's any, two stalls that are next to each other, one person's got to piss, the second person that comes in goes to the stalls instead." I said, "Yeah, you get it. You don't have a dick. I know. I've checked."
I hope so. You got 2 kids together.
It would be wild.
I mean, you got 3 kids.
It would be wild if after 7 years together, I was just like, you seem to know a lot about these rules for some reason. I've just been fumbling around in the dark all these years. I don't know what's going on down there. I just know that somehow kids are popped out at some point. And I was like, I'm going to need to do a thorough inspection to make sure everything's up to par down there.
Surprised you didn't demand a DNA test. Those
DNA
kids
test?
aren't yours. You didn't give birth to them.
See why women don't have to take DNA tests into the kids' hairs. Exactly. It was just such a bizarre, like, even if you're going to break the unspoken rule and stand next to someone at a urinal, don't make eye contact. The only thing the worst he could have done was just look down while he was looking over the barrier and just be like, oh, I see what you're working with there. Right, exactly. You can't do that shit. I'm sure people do, but you can't do it. So, coworkers, how you feel about yours? You have any that are like really out there, just do things that make you question why they're people at all?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to talk about them, or are you worried about retaliation?
I don't think my employees could retaliate. My boss is something. She confuses me because the one day she told us, the longest we're open is like 11 to 7. So she tells us, it's the law. You have to take a break. Take at least 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes while we work 11 to 7. Not even like 5 minutes later, she tells us, you're open 8 hours a day, and you're required to work 7.5 of those.
Oh, so you've lost 15 minutes.
Well, if it's mandatory, if we have to take 45 minutes, but we also have to work 7.5 out of 8 hours, like, how does that add up?
we've got a supervisor who's very partial. He also flip flops a lot too. He'll be cool with everyone taking like a 45-minute lunch, and then I'll just sit in the break room chatting to each other. And then like 2 weeks later, he'll come in and go, "You guys gotta get back to work. There's no reason you should be over your break time. Everyone needs to go back to their stations and start working." But then he'll like take someone who just spent their 30 minutes on lunch outside for a smoke break for additional break time. It's like, I see an issue here with favoritism.
It's okay. The whole district, all the studios in the district are in single coverage right now because the district is doing so bad with labor.
Mhm.
And I have to coach an employee, or I had to coach an employee before I took my time off because he needs a little extra help, which is fine. I think the training is bullshit. Like, they give us 28 hours
Mhm.
to shove all of this information in their heads. They've got to do like hours upon hours upon hours of online training. We have to do hours of activities. We have to teach them how to use the camera, how to photograph to company standards, how to meet all the goals. And then we have to go through the whole sales process, which is scripted, and you have to follow it like step by step. Otherwise, they know that you're not following the process just by what you're selling. So 28 hours, that's not enough time. So I asked her, I'm like, how am I supposed to coach him when we're single coverage? And she goes, "You've always been good on labor. So why am I on single coverage?"
You got it.
I mean, not that I have the hours normally, but why can't I have him come in for an hour or so when I'm busy, or so he can watch some sessions and do some sessions with me?
Cause fuck you, that's why.
Apparently. Apparently. She did ask me to step down for no other reason than she thinks I can't handle my job with my brain cancer.
There are some days I question whether you should be handling life with your brain cancer.
No, I really shouldn't.
And this is why we drink.
Exactly. Shot number 2?
Already? I guess
You said get through the open, and
I
then
guess we could do a shot and then get on to the actual content. I can mark here where we stopped doing the cold open at 26 minutes.
Oh, you actually taking notes of this now?
Yeah, I'm gonna take notes.
How sweet!
so that I can
you
timestamp.
care about them.
Well, oh yeah, that's right. We're not cutting these. I was gonna say, well, the problem is that I can cut them, but then it's gonna jostle all the timestamps around from what I have them marked down as the original. But we're not cutting it if they get all of it.
Exactly.
They get us all raw and hard.
Guys, he cares about you.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Not really. I care about Brian because he's the only patron we've got so far.
Brian, he cares about you.
Which reminds me, we gotta do a special shout out to Brian. I think I've
Is
decided.
that not just it? He cares about you.
No, I'm not. That's not. I what I want to do. We haven't got a chance to discuss it yet. We made the Patreon. I would say subscribe to the Patreon if you're not already on there. But how else are you listening to this episode? But I want to do like some kind of like friendly roast of patrons who meet the $1 or higher that we give a shout out to. I want it to be some kind of friendly roast. Maybe we'll like scroll through some
I
profile
say I
pictures and
don't
stuff.
really know much information about these people, especially Brian. Like, you can do that because you know him, but
Tell him what a piece of shit he is, and you can be like, "Yeah, fuck you, Brian." So sorry. You can go first on this one.
Oh, okay.
While
I see how it is.
While I prepare our actual open. Gotta get my trusty pen back out. Fuck you, Brian.
I guess fuck you, Brian. Okay. That's what Anthony says.
There's a podcast I used to listen to called Hello from the Magic Tavern. And I don't know how to get out of this now. Back. Oh, God. There we go. I got rid of it. And in it, they subtly under their breath say "fuck you" to each other, and when the other one says "what was that?" he goes, "You're a good friend." So me and another friend used to tell each other "you're a good friend" when we intentionally meant "fuck you" because it was an inside joke.
I love hearing about all the things that people can say to avoid saying fuck you. Like when you're at work or something. I especially love the companies. Fuck you. Perkins for the longest time, and Boardman was always something like, have a great day.
Have a great day. This is that southern bless your heart.
Yep.
Did I not save this picture? I've got a lot of other content I'm scrolling through. This is us in Florida. There's no way it's that far back.
I want to go back to Florida.
I don't. Fuck that place. It's the fucking cesspool of the country. It's the fucking taint of the United States. Where was this picture? I saved this picture somewhere. Now my life is ruined. Oh, you know where it is? In the fucking drive. Because I put it in there for Karen to edit. But now we're not going to need it for her to edit because we're going to use it. Ah! I found it.
Uh-oh.
You can trust me.
Can I?
You always can trust me. Okay, how do I edit this? I guess I have to download it first. This is good content. Go ahead and entertain Brian while we wait. I like this is all about Brian now.
Is it? Oh, you mean the whole episode is about Brian? Okay, we're no longer talking to Karen in the Patreon episode. We're talking to Brian.
Right. Well,
he can't. He well, can he? Well, I guess he could just text you, and you can just pass on.
He's gonna text me. I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I was gonna say he can't do editor's comments like Karen, and then he can just text you.
There we go. Now I have what I need. Can I make?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just doing another one?
Yeah.
Alright. It's your funeral.
I don't have work tonight.
I shouldn't have work tonight. You good? Yeah? Oh, piss.
I don't know why that made me sneeze. Sorry, Brian.
Damn it. I should have had everything set up before we started drinking.
You wing it?
I don't even know what I'm looking for, honestly.
Some kind of picture that you
I got the
uploaded
picture.
to the
I got
drive.
the picture. I downloaded the picture. Now I'm looking for something else. Oh.
You only did one shot.
I was looking for the ability to screen record.
Why are we screen recording?
Because it's video, but I don't know where it is. Home screen multitasking.
You know what I realized today, and I pointed out to Kristen was funny, to me at least. She has an Android phone, but she has an iPad and she has a MacBook. You have an iPhone, but you have an iPad and a Samsung laptop. What's wrong with Samsung that you can't have an Android, but you can have a Samsung laptop?
The only reason I have that particular laptop is because I needed one that was good enough for editing.
Whatever happened to your gaming one?
It kept like when I would put it to sleep with closing the lid, it wouldn't wake back up, and I'd have to hard crash it to bring it back up.
Well, I kind of wish you would have talked to me about laptops, because I could have told you about my dream laptop, which right now you could have been using instead of your iPad and a laptop, because it's a 2-in-1. It folds back to a tablet. It has a pen. It's gorgeous. It's fantastic. It has the high specs that you can do editing and art and all the cool shit, and it's gorgeous.
I figured it out. I'm good now.
But it's HP. It's not Samsung.
Okay. You ready to finally get on to our first bit of content? Oh, so we need to do a shot. Or you already done a shot, haven't you?
I did too.
You got alcohol
feel
over
like
your desk.
I don't think it's alcohol. I think it's sweat.
Ugh. God, I hate taking shots. Now it tastes like perfume.
Well, I was told that we could tell you that you're not supposed to enjoy shots. I do. I messed up though.
It's brain cancer.
It is the brain cancer.
All right. So our first segment, as usual, is our icebreaker. I would say it normally serves as the purpose for getting warmed up, but between talking about coworkers and DVD and hair clippings,
And we're 35 minutes
and
into
we're
this.
35 minutes into it, it's not very much of an icebreaker, but we can't break from decorum just because we're getting drunk and talking about whatever floats the brain cancer
You
mind.
don't want to just wing an episode and see where we end up.
What are we going to wing?
I don't know.
We'd be talking about our own dumb shit if I didn't have all these notes in front of me. So, the reason we're gathered here today, other than to get drunk,
God.
is because I've taken your last suggestions to heart about my novel that I was writing. And I decided maybe I was kind of rewriting and plagiarizing 50 Shades of Grey. So I have decided that instead of that, I'm going to steer away from it, and I've started working on a new novel. Now, this one kind of
Fantastic.
takes place in an office. I figure if I give you a little more context, maybe you'll be more helpful than the last time you were that I asked for help on filling
You
in
don't
blanks.
think rubbing elbows is sexy?
Well, I guess there's a weenus for everybody. The last time I used that word was like second grade.
The whole, I got your weenus.
Kids are demented as shit.
I know. We were messed up as children.
Is a boy coming down?
I assumed he was just letting the dogs out.
It sounds like you were correct. As you fucking chin your mic.
Sorry, Brian.
I hope we at least have one other patron by the time this episode releases. Not because I want the money so badly, but just be like, why the fuck is Brian getting all the attention? I'm here too.
They'll get the attention the next one then. And if Brian and whoever we may have will share with their friends.
Is that how we're going to give the shout outs? We're going to make the next episode about that person? We're going to be in some deep shit when we get down the road and we get like 10 patrons at once before
Well,
the next
then
episode.
we're just going to have to pick a few to talk to for each segment. But for right now, Brian is special. Brian gets a whole episode to himself.
But is Brian special because he didn't actually pay the subscription? He took advantage of the 7-day trial, so he hasn't even paid us.
Oh!
he's just using us for free. So
Brian, if I find out that you make new email accounts to get that trial every time we release a new episode,
well, don't give everyone else ideas.
Jade would come up with that loophole real fast. We put wheel spins in the extra shop for Discord, and she has this app where you spin the wheel and it has some things on it, and Jane is addicted to them. It's like a little bit of a gambling issue, I feel like. But they're $1 for a spin, and on the wheel is a $5 shop credit, and she goes, can I use that $5 shop credit for 5 more wheel spins? No one even thought about that.
sorry, Brian. Anyway, so I just think we're doing the shots too quickly.
Hold up.
Where are you going? Oh, you gotta stand to make sure you're good.
Yeah. I was like, what's in my pocket?
You've already lost track of inventory of yourself.
I just forgot what shorts I was wearing.
It's not a good start.
I brought 2 pairs with me. I was gonna put on leggings, but your house was hot today.
It's fucking hot.
I was sweating.
That's why I'm sleeping down here. If I ever get to sleep, if we get through this shit.
I was sweating my ass off. I was fixing that today.
You did. I would tell you did a wonderful job, but there was a lot of sunlight peeking through when it came down to record. So.
And that really pissed me off because that was the best hole. Like, why would you do that? But then I'm like, I finally got it up, and this one completely fell down.
So anyway, this time in an effort to steer away from copying Miss E.L. James's work, I've tried to go another direction, and writer block has once again reared its ugly head. So, are you ready?
In the office. Got it.
It's in the office. So, I will tell you obviously what it is I need from you.
Okay.
At this point, it's ADHD medication.
Office objects. ADHD medication. I need that.
You sure the fuck do. You don't have your flower today. Is it even out here with us?
I told you last time it got lost in the drink video bags.
Lost with your nose ring?
Yes, because if I just stuck it in my bun right here, when I bent over, it fell. Because you saw how much that shit was falling out. I found our 1-Up challenge in the wild today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Today?
I don't know if it was today or last night. Time kind of runs together for
It
me
was
right
last
now.
night. You commented on it, and I woke up to that comment. I also don't know that it was much of a in the wild because I did tag you in it. And I reposted
No, I
it.
was legit like scrolling for my For You page, and it was just there. And I'm like, hey, look, it's us.
We had 790 something this morning when I woke up. Watches, not likes, obviously. Nobody likes us that much.
On that one?
Uh-huh.
I have totally forgotten to keep watch on that. Like, I was obsessed for a good minute.
Now it's time to indulge in some vanity. Trying to see who likes us.
I want to see how well we're doing.
Not well, we only got like 5 likes.
804 got 300 on the drink challenge.
That's quite a jump.
We're doing pretty good. And then there's Keith, who will occasionally bring shit up about it. And I'm like, oh, god damn it, you watched that too?
So the first I named from you, other than the ADHD medication, is a adjective.
Warm. Warm paper.
Warm paper.
That's why I said warm.
All right,
Because when you print something and it's really warm when it comes off the printer.
It sure is.
You said office.
It sure is. All right, an adverb. Ends in ly.
Okay.
Describes an adjective.
Likely.
Does this describe an adjective or did
Lovely.
lovely?
I don't know. Maybe. Let me consult the Googles to find.
The last time we
I don't
did this,
think that either of those.
the last time we did this, I was like, wow, she actually knows all of the different structures of grammar. And then
I typically do.
Now we're on the second one, and you're like, hold on.
I did want to be an author at one point. So I typically do, but it's a brain cancer.
I was gonna say, but the brain cancer said it.
Like, adverb was something I did always struggle with. Like, it was the one that my brain stuck on, but brain cancer made it worse.
I believe an adverb does describe an adjective.
Gently.
Okay. All I really remember about it was that it ends in ly. A noun.
A printer.
Okay. Once again, not sure about how well this is going to sell.
You said it's in an office.
Well, you don't have to
And
stick to
that's for
office.
now.
I thought maybe you would
I don't know.
get a little outside the box here. I need another adverb from you.
Quietly.
Mm.
Something you don't get here.
Mm-hmm. You gotta tell me. Another adjective.
Adjective.
Uh-oh. Just to warn you, part of the body is coming up.
So many body parts in the last one. Please tell me there's not as many here. I
would
don't
hope
know
not.
anatomy.
You don't know anatomy.
I don't know anatomy.
You forget the head, shoulders, knees, and toes song?
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, adjective. Yellow.
Okay.
Not me just playing I Spy.
A place.
A cafe.
Give me something else. You know what? We'll take it.
I was
We'll take
gonna
it.
say I'm hungry. All I'm thinking about is restaurants. I could have said restaurant, but I'm like, nah, cafe might be cuter.
I'm real hungry too. Can we talk about how disappointed I am that we're not getting Chipotle instead of doing
We
it?
can do Chipotle tomorrow.
But I want Chipotle now.
We can do Chipotle tomorrow.
I want it so bad, Kate.
We can do Chipotle tomorrow.
I just want to stuff a burrito in my mouth.
Put Alfredo.
Fuck your Alfredo.
I know you'll get it fairly often, but that's because you live with her.
It's the only thing she knows how to cook, honestly.
See, I'm 50-50 on it, but I think that might be my brain cancer. I've only made it twice, and I failed once, but it was phenomenal the first time.
God damn the brain cancer.
I also screwed up bake, and that's the other meal that I'm pretty solid on making. Like, I don't really cook much. I don't really know how to cook much. Bad things happen. There was a time when, not your Kristen, but the other Kristen and I, we were left in charge of making beef rice-a-roni for dinner, and we burnt it, and we overcooked it and undercooked it at the same time.
So I've done it before. I have to ask before the brain cancer takes you. Is that at some point you're going to deteriorate so far that we're not going to be able to get through any of the segments? Like not in the extent that we are now, where we can't get through a segment at 45 minutes in. But I mean, like at a period of like you're going to be sitting there drooling on yourself.
No, I don't think it'll get to that
I'm
point.
gonna have to,
I just think that, even sober, it'll be very hard to keep me on track.
I'm gonna have to get Trace to come out with a shepherd's hook from over there to kind of yank you out of the seat.
It's like it's like when I asked him for a water and I immediately forgot about it. He goes, "Here you go," and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" "Oh, I did ask for that, didn't I?" And he goes, "Yeah, you did." And I go, "Well, thank you."
Who needs water? We got alcohol.
I was really thirsty that day.
Work's gonna be so rough tonight.
Yeah.
All right, give me a noun.
Cubicle.
I think you're too.
I just want to use a cubicle somewhere.
I don't know that I know.
Cubicle. Q-U-B-I-C.
I know it's not that. I know it's not that.
I'm just making the sound cubicle. I'm sounding it out before I'm spelling it. C-U-B-I-C-L-E.
You know, cubicle. Cubicle.
You need an L-E and not A-L because A-L, I imagine, is like, you don't have anything cubicle in here, but like a cube.
Okay, I spelled it right. As far as your brain cancer goes, I spelled it right. All right, now the dreaded body part.
Dear Lord. Nose.
Okay. Adjective.
Clear.
Okay. A noun.
A noun. A sandwich.
It's a big word to fill in this little space.
Write smaller.
I can't.
Put a switch.
A switch.
A switch. Or a sandwich.
I'm trying to scroll and all I'm doing is writing on this document now. An adjective.
Adjective. Bright.
Okay, a number.
11.
I thought it was going to be something astronomically larger. An adverb.
Adverb.
I thought you were giving me the word adverb.
No, I'm thinking. I want to think of a really, really good one.
This last one's going to be difficult to do.
Insanely.
Okay. Two more. One adjective.
Would you kill me if I said moist? At least Karen doesn't have to edit this. She would.
All right, and last one is a noun.
A noun.
What? I really can't write this last one. I don't know how I'm going to get to it.
A noun.
I'm going to borrow your hand for this one. It sounds kinkier than it is.
Dildo. You did that one.
All right, well, I guess ever a good one to do it on. I need your hand. Probably this one's more ideal.
Why?
We're going to scroll together so I can write this. Okay, nope, don't let go. It's not working. Nope, we went the wrong way. No, god damn it. All right, hold it there. Don't move it. God damn it! It didn't work. All right, it'll suffice, I guess. Okay, let me stop the screen recording.
Do we need to apologize to Brian again?
If you feel the need to apologize to Brian again.
I don't know. I'm kind of concerned. I don't know what we just wrote.
Well, if you're ready to proofread before I send it to my editor.
Sure.
And let me know. Oh, you might need it bigger.
I thought that said worm and not warm.
We're off to a bad start.
Yeah, we are. Ladies, you are two of the smartest, most warm women in this entire office, and I have come to you today because I need your help. I'll be gently honest. I have to take a big printer in the bathroom, and I need to find a stall with a strong Wi-Fi signal. I mean, data plans are quietly expensive, and without being too specific, I'm going to be in there for a very, very yellow time. That kind of fits.
What does that mean?
P is yellow.
For a yellow time?
Go take a long piss. I don't know.
Not once in my life have I ever said, "Excuse me, I need to go to the restroom. Don't mind my absence. It will be a yellow time."
Sorry, I skimmed the next sentence.
That's why I asked you. I was like, "Give me another one." It's like, you know what? No, let's go with it.
I had the lunch special at Cafe El Cafe, and it's like a chicken cubicle in my nose. If you know what I mean. Anyway, since they removed the clear magazines from the men's bathroom, I have a difficult time concentrating on the sandwich at hand. The women's restroom is right next door, so if you don't mind, go in, check out the Wi-Fi, and tell me which area has the most bright signal. I would do it myself, but once I sit down, I'm committed for at least 11 minutes. We can't be insanely obvious about this, so be moist. Got it? Good. Now please hurry. The turtle has started to poke his head out of his dildo, if you know what I mean.
Nobody has any idea what you're fucking talking about.
I am legit crying. Oh. Look at the tears.
Look at the tears. Replace the tears with Parrot Bay. Do you feel good about what we've accomplished today?
That was fantastic.
Have we accomplished anything?
I think you should definitely post that.
We've wasted Brian's time.
Sorry, Brian. That was fantastic, though. Best story yet.
I don't know. You might get your writing career one day.
You think?
I don't know. We'll see. I made no promises.
I tried NaNoWriMo a few times, and we even did it for a school project my junior year of high school. I didn't make it. Writing 50,000 words in a month is a very big commitment.
So is having a yellow time.
A really long piss, apparently. Maybe he was really drinking.
Like we are?
I don't know. Maybe that lunch special at Cafe El Cafe.
What do you mean the turtle head was poking out of the dildo? Nobody. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh. Well, I mean, there was that episode we discovered the egg depositors.
Uh-huh.
But there's also squirting dildos. So maybe it was just like that.
I had no idea.
You didn't know there were squirting dildos?
No.
Yeah, you can fill them with lube, and it's nice. It's supposed to be nice. I don't know. But it's supposed to be nice.
Like a friend of mine told me.
Before you start,
definitely
or
not myself.
Apparently, they squirt. Like you can use the squirting during. I don't know how people use it. I just know that it's a thing.
You mean you haven't conducted a survey?
I just sold it. Okay.
And aren't you supposed to know your product?
I just sold it. It said lube, water, this, that is waterproof. I just sold it.
Many people use hot sauce.
When I started high school at the high school I went to, there was this rumor about this girl that used a cob of corn.
You've told me this in another. I think it might have been the other Trump episode. Or it might have been a regular. I can't keep track anymore.
I don't know, but like, imagine if she did use hot sauce for lube.
Actually, it was a regular episode. I think it might have been the last one while we were in that side of the basement.
I think so, and I think I told you about the Pam girl too.
The Pam girl?
The Pam girl. The cooking spray Pam.
I know what you mean, the Pam. I just don't know if I know the rest of it.
Apparently, she went to a party, got really drunk, was a virgin, wanted to have sex, but didn't want to lose her virginity, so she did anal, but they didn't have lube, so they used Pam. Well, that's the story I was told, and that's the rumor that was floating around.
I mean, it will get the job done.
Imagine the infections.
I'd rather not.
So I take it I didn't tell you about that one.
Maybe, unless.
You really don't remember it, do you?
Ugh.
If I did. I guess I can understand blocking that one out if you did.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's really kind of fucked up. That makes you want to be like, you exist. Don't procreate.
Some people shouldn't, but here we are.
Oh, I know.
Well, if you're ready to take another shot, we can move Brian's time along so he can get on with his day and do another segment.
You mean he's not like just occasionally listening to us at this point? Because all we're doing is taking shots and talking about bullshit.
That is an overpour. Good God.
Fine, you bitch.
Wow. We're going to finish the bottle today, aren't we?
Ryan, his name is Ginger Bitch.
This is so off rail already. We live in
I needed to put it down before I spilled it.
We live in Ohio because derailments are just normal to us.
Hey, don't go fucking up the rug.
I didn't fuck up nothing.
It moved. It took me some time, okay? I had your daughter on the desk, and I had your daughter on that desk, and I'm like, can you? We were playing
Musical chairs.
Yeah.
Is that the one you won?
Yeah. Because she just wouldn't. She's like, give me the eggs, give me the books, give me 3 books. I want 3 books, and I'm like, Amelia, we're not gonna be down here that long.
That reminded me of another thing I was going to talk about in the cold open. When I was talking about my manager violating me by making eye contact while we were pissing next to each other and asking me if I was listening while going. I was going to tell you, I know you haven't been to work in a little while since you're on leave, but you have been violated recently. I was hoping you'd talk about Amelia today.
Oh my God. This girl, like, I will gladly tell this story to literally everyone I can. I can't get over it.
God damn.
Like,
it tastes like perfume every time.
Chris and I went and swapped cars so she could take mine to the store. And then she left and I came in. And Amelia was at the window. She goes, where's Mom? And I said, she went to the store. She'll be back soon. She goes, okay, what are you doing? And I said, I gotta go downstairs, but I have to go to the bathroom first. Because she asked what the boards were, because I was bringing them in. So I put the poster board on the stairs. And I was trying to go to the bathroom. And she just, like, is standing in the door. So I can't close the door on her.
You could. I would do it.
And when she was standing in the doorway. So I'm like, okay. She goes, I need to watch you pee. And I go, no, you don't. Let me go to the bathroom and we'll go downstairs in a few minutes. And she goes, I want to go downstairs with you, but I need to watch you pee. And I go, no, you don't. She literally forced her way into the bathroom and tried to sit there and watch me go to the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm not sitting on this toilet until you go sit down.
She forced herself in.
She did. Like, the door was, like, open this much. This much. Like, so not far. She pushed her way in. I need to watch you pee. I'm like, do you do this with your parents?
She actually hasn't bothered Kristen too much about being in the bathroom while she's in there. She did it when she was younger, but she hasn't so much recently. I don't know what it is about you that she doesn't like you being alone in the bathroom.
I don't know, but today was also the weirdest day because she didn't cry. She didn't come out last night. Like, last night was good. Last night was probably the best night I've seen her sleep, right? She comes out this morning. She goes, I didn't sleep too well.
Mm.
And she's just so cranky and whiny today. And I'm like, bro, but you
could be asleep right now.
The first night you didn't scream or cry or wake up or come out.
So as a parent, you get kind of aggravated when kids keep coming out of the room. So it's like, just fucking stay in your room. Like, that's your bedroom. You stay there until the morning comes or until one of us comes and gets you. And, like, we don't lock the door from the outside. We don't keep them in by force. And when she often comes up to the bedroom, Kristen will just move over and let her sleep in the bed. And I get kind of annoyed by it because Kristen doesn't sleep well then, and she tosses and turns, and then she's occupying my space, so then I can't get comfortable when I toss and turn. But, like, part of me is like, what if this girl is having actual, like, ghost anomalies happening in her bedroom? Or just like, go the fuck back to your room.
That is what I have thought, like, because she sounds truly terrified when she wakes up. And now I was also one of those kids that I had nightmares. I would often wake up. I would try to crawl in bed with my parents, but it didn't often work. So I was that kid that I would curl up at the bottom of the bed like a dog and pull the edge of the comforter over me, and I'd just sleep there until one of them woke up and made room for me. So I was definitely one of those kids, but, like, she is just heartbreaking.
I think she knows she can't do that, or if she can't come over to my side, she has to go to Kristen's, because I think she realizes that if she came to my side, it's like Sparta kick her off the bed. What the fuck, are you, a parasite?
Probably just accidentally, too. We do that to the cats all the time.
It would absolutely be on purpose.
It was like that first time when I slept in the living room by myself. She came out, she goes, Mommy! And I, like, rolled over, she's like, you're not Mommy. And then she still insisted on laying with me anyways.
Well, no, I came out in the morning, downstairs in the morning with Oliver. She was laying against Kristen, so she must have moved over at some point.
Yesterday morning?
Sunday morning, yeah.
Sunday morning, yeah. She went.
That was yesterday. It's been a long fucking day.
She was just wanting Kristen yesterday, but it was real funny because she was going to bed Saturday night, and she goes, "You're both sleeping out here?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Okay, well, just leave room in the middle. That's my spot." And I go, "Okay."
She's real sassy for a fucking 4-year-old.
She is, but I mean, like, to be honest, I kind of understand why Kristen says she's my mini-me.
She's so... Yeah, we came down here and you were trying to get the camera ready, and you're like, sit down. I'm like, okay.
You're trying to be bossy, dude.
You didn't say sit down so I can get a good angle to make sure this is right. You're like, sit down. It's like, fuck. I have 2 wives now? Goddamn.
Because you lost the piece that goes in your phone. You didn't have your cords. I had the tripod set up. I did try to have the poster board set up. It is not my fault that it fell. I thought my idea would have worked, and I was dealing with your daughter at the time. I put the rug down, and it's so nice and soft on my feet.
That's why I asked Kristen, why do we got shoes on down here? We got fucking rug. Ain't no one seeing my socks.
It's actually very soft. And I went
but
to go
now no one
the
sees
rug.
the carpet. This is literally just for us now.
Well,
like, nobody sees this shit.
See, when I was on the phone with Kristen when she was buying this, I was like, well, what if we just lean it up here? But it comes up to, like, here. So that's an issue.
Yeah.
But it would be great to cover.
No one's probably... Fantastic. It probably means that the window's... Yep. Leaking.
Oh, say, tell me you see it.
Cool. Super happy about that. So anyway, for your continued patronage, we can get a new set that doesn't involve
a leaky window.
And
it's leaking with all the duct tape on the outside.
Maybe because of the duct tape is there. It's holding water in. We may have caused a problem.
And you wonder why the tape paint is peeling at the bottom.
Well, I don't wonder now. We're paying too much attention to the background. We gotta get back to. We're an hour in, and we just did one segment.
And it's 5 o'clock.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna sleep.
We just cut the Omegle. It's fine.
We'll do it. If I have to get,
we can chop it into pieces. We can do some of it, and then we can go nap.
If I have to get triple shot Starbucks drinks to give myself a heart attack to stay awake. We'll do it.
That's what I did at the gas station when I was working all those doubles and triples.
It's healthy, isn't
And
it?
I couldn't go home. Well, not triple shot Starbucks, but just massive amounts of caffeine. Like, we sold the caffeine pills, and I would take 2 of those, and then I would go and I'd buy a couple energy drinks as well. And I wasn't going just Monsters. No, I would go through the cooler and find the one with the most caffeine that I could stomach. The Ghost energy drinks are pretty good, and they have higher caffeine than Monsters. Though, if you don't like sour, I definitely don't recommend going with their Warheads drink. It was too sour for me to drink.
I'm updating the timestamp.
I am just giving you, other caffeine options.
All right, you ready to do some news?
News?
We already did our shot for this, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we got in the news today?
Well, AI is fucked up once again.
Oh, God.
People are concerned that AI is going to take over the world. It's going to replace everyone's jobs, especially artistically, because we have things like, what is it? Midjourney on Discord. It's a bot that does AI art. People are concerned that it's going to completely steal everyone else's work and put them out of commission business. But we have proof that as humanity, we do not have to worry about AI taking over because it has fucked up once again. So, are you ready to do it?
Yes.
Okay. So, Microsoft AI suggested that a food bank was a cannot miss tourist spot in Canada.
I mean, I guess tourists might be a little broken, might need some cheaper or free food.
But, okay. Well,
if I was a tourist, I'm sorry. If it's free, it's for me.
But normally with food banks, you have to go in with a proof, like an address that
you
you're
live
local.
there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have proof of address that you're local so that you're not just going around robbing all the food banks of their food. Let's get into it, though. So late last week, MSN.com's Microsoft travel section posted an AI-generated article about the cannot-miss attractions of Ottawa that includes the Ottawa Food Bank, a real charitable organization that feeds struggling families. And in its recommendation text, Microsoft's AI model wrote, "Consider going in on an empty stomach." It makes a lot of sense because, I mean, that's what you're there for, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
You can't afford food, so I guess you have an empty stomach no matter what.
I guess.
Titled, "Headed to Ottawa, Here's What You Shouldn't Miss." The article extols the virtues of the Canadian city and recommends attending the Waterloo Festival, which only takes place in February, visiting an Ottawa Senators game, and skating in the world's largest naturally frozen ice rink. As the number 3 destination on the list, Microsoft Travel suggests visiting the Ottawa Food Bank, likely drawn from a summary food online, but capped with an unfortunate turn of phrase. So here's an example of what it says. I think this is a quote from it. The organization has been collecting, purchasing, producing, and delivering food to needy people and families in the Ottawa area since 1984. We observe how hunger impacts men, women, and children on a daily basis and how it may be a barrier to achievement. People who come to us have jobs and families to support as well as expenses to pay. Life is already difficult enough. Consider going into it on an empty stomach. That was the ad that the AI bot wrote.
I got no words for that. That's.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't getting ready to blow chunks.
No,
cheeks out there.
I have no words to that. Like, what the fuck?
So the last line is an example of the kind of empty platitude one can easily find in an AI-generated writing, inserted thoughtlessly because the AI model behind the article cannot understand context of what it is doing. They go on to say that investigations have been opened up. They believe that it was the AI bot that had made this mistake and not a person just kind of thoughtlessly putting it in there. But then it's kind of open questions too, like, well, why is the bot unmonitored and what it's writing?
What? Okay, if they're not entirely sure that it was a bot and it wasn't just a person, Why is that person also unmonitored and writing? Like, why isn't someone reading this shit?
You're right. Everyone should have an editor. I mean, clearly, we're sending your works to an editor, and that's why it's not being published. So
I can edit, and then we can publish it on Amazon ourselves. It's fine.
Okay. But when they reached out to Microsoft, they did not provide comment at that time.
Of course not. It's Microsoft, are they?
Investigations led to wonder whether it was a human being or an AI bot, and while they don't believe it was a human being,
I don't want to believe it was a human being.
I think human beings are quite wonderful people. Like our written review we left for the 1-Up Sour Challenge.
When are we talking about that?
That is part of our next episode, episode 5.
Oh. You confused me because you considered the last Patreon episode 5?
And then I just made a Patreon episode instead of a regular episode.
So that's a true episode 5.
Yes, so we're going to talk about the 1-star reviews of the 1-Up Sour Challenge candy, and then we're going to read
There
ours.
was a lot of those.
It was all a lot of the same
and
stuff
I was
we already
like,
had.
so when I saw that, I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed that you didn't read the comments. Like, that is one thing I do when I'm online buying.
I don't honestly think I was thinking about looking at the review or the comments. I just thought, well, everyone on TikTok is doing this challenge. They all said sour as shit. And I was like, just buy it.
They're either babies or they are lying their asses off and acting, and I bet they're sponsored by 1-Up. And, we could redo it if they want to pay us a bunch of money. Like, I will gladly act like...
We won't talk about what our review said because we're going to talk about it in the regular episode, which will probably air actually right about the time this one does, I think, actually.
I'm sure Brian will watch it.
I hope so. Brian, we're counting on you to $3 a month.
And your view.
And
It means a lot.
his view?
His view on everything else, yeah.
We're lonely is what it comes down to. And if
We've only got Brian.
We've only got Brian.
It's okay. We love you, Brian. Baby. Anthony said fuck you earlier.
I was going to once again point out if you subscribe to the Patreon, this is the kind of attention you're going to get. But these are literally the people who are already subscribed to the Patreon.
Even if you wanted to clip this or something and make it a TikTok funny moment of talking to Brian and sorry, Brian, whatever, or either of you could really go and be like, yo, so this is what you get if you subscribe to the Patreon. Look at this whole episode dedicated to me.
You want me to do it that way too? Yo, listen to the Patreon and yeah.
No, you gotta start out wider and you end up.
I gotta flop my titties. Is that what I'm doing?
Yes.
Big titty strokes.
That's why we're doing so well. I gotta teach you how to use the titties.
Anyway.
Oh, the disappointment. I'm surprised I'm not fired.
But speaking of the 1-Up Challenge and our review, I did find when I went back, because I kept going back after we submitted our long ranted post about how disappointing the sour of the candy was. And I found out that Amazon is now using AI bots to summarize what the overall experience of customers are and what their complaints or praises are. And I'm glad that I copied what it said word for word, because I went back today when I found out that our review got submitted to the actual archive of reviews for it. And they changed the wording of the AI bot. So someone went in and said, well, that's not how we wanted to sound. Let's make it different.
Oh, God.
So, and further encouragement that AI is, in fact, not going to... What's that smoke going on over here?
Because I just hit my face.
I don't see it, but on the camera I just see this cloud.
I know, it's the sun.
I'm like being raptured or something. I knew what it was. What if this causes the green screen to mess up and our chalkboard's all flickery because you had to take a hit on your vape?
Well, this is a you issue, not a Karen issue.
It's a Brian issue.
Can you have a hair that I don't think is yours? It was really bothering me because it was just sticking out.
Why did you take it from there into that hair?
No!
I took it today.
It was bothering me.
I did a little sniff test and then I tucked it in my head.
Are you trying to clone someone?
Maybe.
Who was it?
Mind your own business.
Or she's gonna find out eventually.
She's gonna find out when I bring home a clone bitch.
Only if it's to watch the kids.
Well, that's what I can tell her it is for anyway. Anyway. So what the AI bot had to say about the review that I found that was so amusing was, it says customers are not happy with the value and sourness of the sugar candies. Part's okay. They say the gummies are mediocre and underwhelming. That's okay. The part that I love that the AI included, I don't know where it thought to come up with this as a reason to summarize the review, and that the flavor is not that sassy. I love the AI bot that wrote this review. I don't know why it chose sassy as the reason, but they went back in and they changed it so no longer it doesn't say that the candy is not that sassy. And that's like, I'm so glad I got the original wording before they changed it. So now I will only refer to sour candies as sassy.
Were you told that I did try to get a one-chip challenge for us, but you were spared another trip?
Because you didn't find it yet in person?
Not out in Boardman and not out here.
I don't think stores have them yet. I think they hit closer to fall, because when Russ and I did it, it was on, I think, Halloween or the day after, maybe, because we watched Hocus Pocus 2 after we did the challenge. And that released on Halloween, I'm pretty sure.
It looks like there's a godly entity coming for you. It's just really so cute.
You're making the sunlight all the more prevalent. This is going to mess up all this. Stop fucking hitting it. Blow it that way. Blow it that way.
I will.
God damn. I can't even see this shit. I just see it on the fucking picture.
I know, I'm surprised it stuck around for so long.
Or is the sun just beaming now because it's later in the day? We needed a poster board for over here. I told you we needed it.
One didn't cover the window.
We failed over here. This is a nightmare. We don't even have anything to hang up over it.
It's south though. The sun shouldn't be coming in from that way. That's south.
I don't know. You tell the sun that it's going the wrong way, but now there's this godly entity that just seems to be shining on me. It all started because you had a fucking...
Okay, no, that is...
West.
Pretty almost exactly.
God damn it, Kate. God damn it.
True west is 270 and it's a 278.
I got nothing. We could tape a piece of cardboard box up there.
We could. That tape works really good on the wall. That tape. Hi, Brian.
Excuse us, Brian, while we tape a piece of cardboard to the window.
The window!
This is what you people paid money for, so enjoy that. Did you watch the entirety of the one-up challenge? Or at the end, I went to get up and I spilled my Dr. Pepper.
No.
Yeah, we're just like, well, we conquered it. It wasn't very fun. Sorry about that. We'll do other challenges. And I gave the website and was like, so this is where you find us and follow our social medias and all that. And then I got to the end part and they're like, all right, see ya. And then I got up and I'm like, oh no, my Dr. Pepper, I spilled it. They're like, well, you just mopped over there. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how you sounded too. You should watch it. We're funny.
We are funny.
Is this what we're funny? People are looking at empty desks while we're trying to find a piece of cardboard that we
Don't
can...
even lie, it's just Brian.
It's just Brian. Oh no!
People are looking at empty desks. It's a Brian.
Brian's gonna listen to this while he's working or something. And he's gonna look up to see what he's missing. Like, what the fuck is happening?
You need to tell him that this one is specifically dedicated to him.
Alright, we're gonna take this whole ass box up there. I didn't even know it was falling apart, but it's gonna work out fine. Is the godly entity gone?
Yeah.
Okay, come tape me.
I'm too short.
I can't hold it. You have to hold it or something.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna sound bad off camera. You hold it in place while I do. Oh no, my monster!
I thought you finished it.
I did, but it's still gonna spill. There's so much tape. Why did you
Because
cut so
I was
much
expecting
off?
you to go this way first.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting you to go down first.
This didn't work.
You didn't work.
Fuck your brain cancer.
That's like one of my favorite things when I'm drunk is like I will absolutely take the no you comments and jokes and like I won't even think about it. So like I actually have to think about it because I've almost said no you to some horrible shit.
Do we do a cross?
Yes, go across.
So fucking bossy again. Needlessly
One
bossy.
towards the top.
I'm gonna end up taping my. Oh god.
Sorry.
Okay, one across the top.
And we're gonna do one lower.
I'm so
I
glad
stepped on your shoe and I thought I stepped on your foot. And
so
I was
glad
almost...
this doesn't show on the camera.
Well,
You almost hit me in the fucking face, bro.
sorry. You just used a whole roll of duct tape down here today.
Don't back up in the camera.
Then Brian would see how bad it really is. We don't want that.
I think this will hold till we're done.
I hope so.
I hear crackling of tape, so we probably should hurry.
Hit that corner up again.
This is fine. Oh god. That's just not gonna stay.
Do you want me to go grab another roll and I'll just buy Kristen some more duct tape?
I think we probably need more.
Do we want the same one? She had two of those.
I don't care. Whatever tape is fine. So a Jew and a rabbi. Are you patrons so glad you pay good money for this shit? Just wasting your time. We're just taking your money to just shit on it, really. Just wiping our asses with your $3 a month or whatever you're paying to get
well,
the good
apparently
stuff.
there's a 7-day trial, so they're not even paying for this, apparently.
It's a trap. It's to ensure they forget that they have a subscription.
I hope so.
You hope they forget.
I would, with my brain cancer.
I absolutely would too. We stayed subscribed to Paramount Plus for so goddamn long because I kept forgetting, and every month it would charge us. I'm like, fuck! I need to go on and change it. And then I would forget immediately after I got home.
Me.
And then every time it charges, it would be rinse and repeat. Like, fuck, why do I keep forgetting that it's doing this? And then we eventually got it canceled because it was on our credit card that was maxed out, so we didn't have any credit. And they're like, well, we tried charging you, but we couldn't get it to go through, so I guess you're just not going to have service. And I'm like, oh, no. Whatever you say, bro. We got to finish this Parrot Bay off today.
You think?
I think we're going to have to do a couple more shots to make up for all this nonsense.
I do.
Are you doing Mission Impossible right now?
I don't know. Can you grab the string? Grab the string.
I did. It's going to be the entire tape.
Do it. Just do it.
Oh, it's not. Hey, shut the fuck up. Fucking out with your attitude, bro.
I'm not going to be fired because of all the disappointment and the dumb. I'm going to be fired because...
Well, you're doing some.
You don't like to be bossed around.
You're doing some terrible. Obviously, I do. I married Kristen. You have some terrible ASMR going on over there. With the
I made this one really insanely long without paying attention.
That is unnecessarily long. God damn.
I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted just taping.
We did one more.
Yeah.
You know, Kristen's gonna come down here one day and see this giant piece of cardboard up on the wall. And it's just like, what is happening?
Maybe you need one on the other side. Going down on your left side where it keeps coming up.
Yeah, I got most of it on the cardboard, I think.
Another insanely long piece. I'm sorry.
There we go. And then we got this tape that's part of the box. It's just flopping in the wind.
It's not sticking anymore. It's its tail.
Just falls to the wall. You're unraveling the tape.
That was a pleasant sound, though.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I got twisted.
Motherfucker.
It's fine. This is the kind of content you can't get unless you're paying good money for it.
A whole $3
Oh my god.
is all it takes.
You want to take a picture of that so we can post? Kristen wants to know when she's gonna make dinner. Right now, bitch.
We can eat dinner while doing Omegle.
We've got 2 fucking segments done. We're an hour and 23 minutes in, and we got two segments. When you're ready. My estimate. Why are you gonna take a picture? You're starving. I didn't mean to send it to her. I meant to upload to Facebook for people to see.
Yeah, I figured you could do that.
Oh, Jesus.
She needs to charge her phone. It's at 8%.
I don't know what you want from me.
She's so mad that does that. I love it so much.
Where the fuck were we? The Come Hungry AI bot.
Yeah. And the Amazon AI.
God, this is gonna
And
be
the
such
sassy candy. That wasn't very sassy at
a
all.
long episode for no reason at all.
Look, bro, you knew the last one was 2 hours and 18 minutes. What did you expect?
How are we doing on time?
We're at 1 minute and 24. 25.
Don't ask. Send. This ball's gonna be empty.
What's next? You still want to do Omegles?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Alright, so next we got a new segment. I hit my mic. Very unprofessional.
Very unprofessional.
I'm sorry, Brian.
What you got? What do we got?
Got a frog in your throat, apparently.
Yeah.
Alright, so our new segment we're going to do is called Social Media Saviors. I'm so excited to record that one. I like the script so much. So, the idea behind Social Media Saviors is we have all come across posts where people immediately pounce on the original poster of something, usually because the poster has said something dumb or very controversial. I got this big brown blob in my peripheral.
It almost turned out now just a mixture of tape. I am so glad they'll get to see it. At least you nicely taped over the address that's on there. There is an address on there.
I don't give a shit about that. I would sell that person out and show it if I give a fuck.
Just a long tape on this side, though.
Anyway, social media saviors. The people that jump on those comment threads, and then it just creates a long, long chain of people just going after them. And that is the idea of social media saviors. So, if you're ready, we're going to talk about nudity. Not nudity, nude. Ready?
Sure.
I got pictures. That didn't sound good. I got pictures of nude. Don't get my camera roll.
I don't want to see nudes.
What's wrong with my body, Kate?
I know we discussed about OnlyFans, but I'm actually not a big nude person.
You're not a big nude person?
No.
That's going to be very unfortunate for the company, Nude.
Don't. What?
Yeah, Nude. N-O-O-D.
Oh.
Are you familiar with this brand?
I don't know.
They are... I've never looked into like what all they cover, but from the ads that I've received from them, that makes it sound like I signed up for a newsletter. From the ads that I've been given on Facebook while I'm scrolling, they seem to have hair removal tools for intimate areas.
I think I have seen one of those.
Okay, so this is what it looks like as one of their devices.
Oh, yeah.
So Nude's ad here, the first one they posted was, "Can my boyfriend and I use nude on each other's buttholes?" An actual customer service inquiry. You have any comments on it before we move on to the rest of this?
I mean, I can understand why she would. I mean, unless are we assuming that they're both guys? Like, do we know? How are we assuming
That
this
is
couple
true.
is?
You know, I did assume that this was
It
a
was-
male-female partnership, but
because
there's
that
nothing
is
about it.
most common, and like it would make sense if it was just her, because what's he doing? But actually, two gay guys make sense
Now,
if they
Kristen
both take.
did have a friend. It was short-lived because the friend turned out to be kind of superficial. But this friend apparently actively feels like the wrong word, but she and her boyfriend were into her licking his asshole. So she would help shave his asshole to keep it smooth and
I mean, I
creamy.
guess if they're into that, but I feel like gay guys make the most sense for that. And that, like,
That is true. Gay guys do make the most sense regarding this.
is that
question.
homophobic to say?
No, maybe.
Because I
no,
don't want to seem
I
like
think
I'm
it's more of a-
homophobic because I'm not. I
It's
mean,
not.
I grabbed the rainbow tape.
Well, now it sounds like you're homophobic, but trying
No.
to get away from homophobia.
No, I promise I'm not.
No, I think it's more of a case of Occam's razor. The simplest solution is the likely one.
Fair.
Or she's licking his asshole. We're not here to judge.
Not for me, and it makes me kind of sick at the idea.
just tongue and. Sorry, I'm not here today.
Apparently. Sorry, Brian.
What was the phrase? I can't remember where it was from, but I've used this phrase forever now, referring to that activity of tongue punching someone's fart box.
I've heard that too.
I feel like it was. I think it was off of the movie Role Models.
I don't know, but I picked up from a couple friends. You know the whole phrase of just twiddling your thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is thumb pop in your asshole.
Thumb pop in your asshole.
Yeah, just sitting that thumb pop in your asshole
All right. Well,
because you got nothing better to do.
Nude answered the question and said, put simply, yes, you can. The flasher by Nude is safe to use on your purple starfish and everywhere else that hair may grow. So,
Purple starfish.
Why is it purple? It's not supposed to be.
You're right. That is a very concerning thing.
I mean, I'm not looking at a lot of buttholes,
but
but
I imagine that they are closer to skin color than purple.
skin color, pink, maybe brown.
If you're not cleaning enough.
Well, I wasn't insisting that your purple starfish is brown because you didn't wipe well enough.
Oh.
I just meant maybe like the skin of it is brown from staining over the years.
I wonder if that's a thing. I don't want to know if that's a thing.
Because that's why
But,
people
like,
bleach their assholes, right? So that it's not
I guess.
brown.
Did you know that there is a company where you can go and you can get your butthole molded and then make butthole
I
chocolates?
thought you were going to say get your butthole mulched.
No,
I
molded.
was like, why is it
Like
'cause
they
it's
lay
a
you down
playground?
on the table and they spread your cheeks and they make a mold of your butthole and then they use that mold to make like chocolates and shit.
They make kits that you can order too and have it sent
Oh, they
off.
do that now?
Yeah.
Like they do with dildos?
Yeah, that you're going to collect and
You
Tell
know, like the amount of people who asked us if we sold those kits was insane.
I don't know a lot of women are satisfied with their men's penis in general. Although maybe they're satisfied by their penis size, but it's the duration that's the problem. So they need a mold of it.
Maybe that's it. I
And
don't
maybe
know.
they consider using a toy cheating because they're insecure assholes.
I was gonna say maybe they got some dude on the side that they can't see as often, and his dick is better. So like, let me get a mold of your dick real quick. It's cool.
Sure, why not?
I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just like, you know, I met a lot of weird people who like. There was this dude. Did I ever tell you about the dude who came in for a toy because his girl was pregnant and ended up asking for my phone number?
I don't.
So
Part of that sounds familiar, but I don't
he
know.
came in and he was talking to the salesperson, one of the employees, about how he was in and he was looking for a toy because his girl was pregnant and she wasn't interested in sex. Like, she wasn't having sex while pregnant. Cool. To each their own, whatever. But then the salesperson, the employee, had to go to the bathroom. So she's like, hey, can someone swap me? And I'm like, yeah. So I went out, and in the process, like, he's at the register waiting, and in the process of passing by, she goes, hey, he's buying this toy because his girl's pregnant, and, like, you know, But that's all he's getting. Like, I tried this, I tried that. That's all he wants. And I go, okay, cool. And as I'm ringing him out, he's like, oh, you got a man? Can I get your number? You want to spend some time together? And I'm like, sir, why are you here again?
Apparently for your number. Also, we got carried away talking about nude. I don't think we did our shot.
You first.
Fine, I'm gonna do it. I got some courage now.
That liquid courage.
Still tastes like perfume.
Oh my god, it doesn't taste like perfume. It does taste really good though.
Yeah, and some people probably think the
And
chocolate
it
starfish
wasn't
is
that
really
badly priced.
good. No, parrot-based cheap. That's gonna be gone though.
That's fine.
Chop. There you go, like a champ. So I was amused thoroughly by this ad, and the ad that we're talking about with Nude showed up twice because I made the mistake of commenting on their ad, and I said, "Nude out here answering the real concerns of the common folk," to which they replied, "We do it for the people." So whoever's in charge of their social media presence.
When they reply to things like that.
Well, people got all over the second ad that came up, and that's why I decided I had to screenshot all of these ads because these are really funny. So let's go ahead and get into them. So Nude's second advertisement that I came across on my timeline said, "Are you tired of shaving your lady bits, waxing your hoo-ha, taming the beaver? We've been there, and we're never going back. Sure, the fresh shave feels great, but what's better than the fresh shave? Never having to shave again." So they're introducing again the Flasher 2.0, which is what they just talked about with shaving buttholes. I won't get into the advertisement for them, but they offer all these grand things. But
if they want to sponsor us and send me one, I'll try it out and we'll gladly, I'll sell it.
the picture of the ad says, "Tired of shaving your vulva?" And this, are you debating on sharing an anecdote?
No.
Okay.
Why'd they have to say that?
What did you want to say?
Sorry, Brian. I forgot my mic was right there.
Do you wish they didn't say vulva?
Probably.
Because
you know what I hate so much? The fact that vulva sounds like Volvo. Why did they?
We're gonna get into that.
Oh God.
I've Oh, there we go. I'm getting rid of that. Yeah. So we're gonna get into that with some of these comments, but you would not believe the fire that was started by Nude asking if you were tired of shaving your vulva. They could have said pussy lips. That would have been worse.
They could have said anything. Any kind of pleasant.
They used the term purple starfish and then immediately went anatomically correct with the second ad. So let's get.
There's so many better words.
Let's get into our social media saviors. Dean Koppenhaver said, "My wife is on her second Volvo, but still has her original vulva." This girl Shay says, "Okay, Facebook, this is just getting creepy. I was literally just shaving. Get out of my house." Nobody on the internet knew what you were doing. You didn't have to announce it to the world, but I guarantee
your phone is always listening, and I guarantee watching.
Well, I mean, nobody on Facebook. So
what were you talking about, or looking up, or doing at some point to get these ads?
Somebody else had that concern too.
Because I know, I was just looking up the magic shaving cream, and we were talking about Nair and Manscaped.
You're about to get a whole lot of new ads now on Facebook.
Right, we were just talking about all that in the Discord, though, and I don't know if I've seen a nude ad myself or if I just saw it from that one from you sharing it at some point. I don't remember because of brain cancer. But what are you doing to get these ads?
I don't know, but every once in a while I get I don't know if it's Audible or if it's another audio podcast book service that advertises books that it says that would fit my interest, and they're always the sexy bestiality compendium female beasts that you can lay with or something. Just random weird off the wall shit that I had no look up at all.
I don't want to know your search history. Look, man, I don't want to go back and look through the Amazon search history and see what's in there half the time.
The number of things that I've used our joint Amazon account to look for the podcast.
God, I know.
I'm surprised there's not been more ads.
I love when Mom sends us a screenshot of something popping up in the For You or More Like This or whatever, and she goes, "The fuck was he looking up?" Really goes, I don't even know. I can't tell you.
There have been times I've looked up like the Black Destroyer dildo. I've looked up
that too.
I tried looking up horse pussies because that's a thing that some Etsy creators make, and I didn't know if it was on Amazon too. People make replica horse pussies that are anatomically correct in case you wanted to get the sensation of fucking a horse.
Why not a horse dick too?
Well, because it's the guys that are depraved, apparently.
It was a guy that apparently died from a horse dick. Because it's this long!
I don't know what you want from me. I'm not shoving horse sticks up my
Neither
purple
am I.
starfish. So.
Neither am I, but like I've for some reason I've been getting reels on Facebook from the girl. Like I don't know, like if she's legit, but she's got some big ass butt plugs. And
I saw,
and it's like, I'm gonna show you how to take this, and then it cuts the end because I guess she has an OnlyFans or whatnot. It cuts the end of her just crying and holding it.
I saw a video on TikTok of a girl that says, my first viral TikTok was the thing that I did with my tractor. And it shows just this long spiky rod just pumping in and out. And then it cuts to a picture of like the camera behind the tractor kind of turning around to the front of it. And you don't see, like, obviously it in action, but people are doing stitches and stuff going like, it's a fucking metal rod. It's got a spiky tip to it. What are you doing with it? Anyway.
Masochism to a whole new level.
Mr. Paul Bryan says, that's not a vulva, it's a Ford. Thank you. Beth York said, I twisted my ankle running to the comments so fast. I also did that because as soon as I saw the ad, I was like, there's no way there's not comedy gold in the comments section. And I often do that on TikTok videos too. If I see a TikTok that's clearly going to inspire madness in the comments, I'm like, I have to go see what's the.
You've ruined my For You page.
With what?
With our mascot.
Oh, the gerbil. The hamster. We spent so much time watching that live of hamsters spinning on what looked like pot lids.
They were the little wheels, but the little wheels that said like this, not like this. But yeah, they showed up on my For You page before we did.
And we just sat there and watched them. But I think you were smoking. I think I smoked that night too a little bit. We just sat there and stared. Yeah.
And Willard was sleeping, and I got very loud. He got very angry at me for waking him up. But I'm like, bro, it's still like
bro, the hamsters.
But he didn't care. He was very offended. Sounds like they're going to war up there.
I was going to say, it sounds like Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys. Okay, so I'm like Michael Cook here. He said, if I had a vulva, I'm sure I'd be tired of shaving it. I can't figure out why this ad was targeted to my timeline. See, we're innocent victims of this. We didn't ask for vulva shaving tools.
Bullshit.
This next one.
Facebook knows your deepest desires and is trying to encourage you to buy it for your wives.
This next one from Melody Prince said, I just want you to know that I was really torn on a baby name because of this post. I just left the hospital with my beautiful newborn daughter, Vulva Jean. Thank you, Nude. Can you imagine trying to go through life being named Vulva Jean? Not even in the most rural parts of this country are you going to get away unscarred by having that name. I would tell everyone my name is a misspelling, and it's, I don't know, Barbara Jean, but for some reason it comes up vulva spelling.
God, I know this girl, she got pregnant, and she wasn't quite sure who the father was. So, like, I know a bit of the story, but the name that she picked, I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was something to do with semen. Like, that's what it sounded like. Like, they had a perfectly good name picked out, like Luna or some shit, and she's like, nah, it's gonna be like semen.
It's what you came into this world as is what you'll go out as.
He's live right now. I could probably get the name if you really want to know.
Jesus Christ. I don't think Brian wants to know.
Sorry, Brian. That poor kid.
Debbie Bernecker says, and then you feel like Princess Labia. Here was a naysayer. Betsy Bro says, vulvas are meant to be hairy, ladies. Don't succumb to the patriarchy, which has the preference of women looking like little girls. Rock that bush.
I feel like this is perfect. I feel like I should have screenshotted Gen Chat the other day because I don't know. I woke up and I opened Gen Chat. And it was like the day I slept until like noon, and Kristen called me and she goes, "Are you okay? Like, we haven't heard from you yet." I'm like, "Yeah, I've just been sleeping." She goes, "Oh." But then I opened Gen Chat and like there's conversation about someone dyeing her hair, and so one of the older guys goes, well, "Let me give you ladies some tips. When you dye your hair, dye your eyebrows too, because the fellas really appreciate that." And then it devolves into somehow the drapes matching the curtains, and you gotta dye it all. And then it turned into, no, they shave now. Women shave. And then this one dude goes, "Yeah, I used to go all natural, but I'll tell you what, nice and shaved is pretty nice." And I'm like, why are we talking about this?
But then,
like, the dude who originally said something about that dyeing your eyebrows too, his daughters are both in the Discord. He chased them out. They avoided Discord for a time.
I would probably also kick them out. I don't know how old the daughters were, but I imagine...
Adults. They have children themselves.
Okay. Well,
or at least the one has a child.
But he probably doesn't want to be involved in conversations about dyeing the hairs on your purple starfish.
They were like, "Dad!" And he goes, "Oh, shit." And the other one goes, "Dad!" And he goes, "Oh, God. I'm going to hear about this from your mother."
I worry about the day, because Trace, we let him be on YouTube, not like the kids' YouTube, but actual YouTube.
Oh, God.
We try to monitor what he watches so he's not being subjected to things he shouldn't be aware of yet.
Well, even kids' YouTube. Gwen once found frozen porn.
But I'm concerned that one day he's just going to be like, why am I listening to you say I'm not allowed to watch or listen to your podcast? And then one day he's just going to do it and watch it, and then he's going to be like, this is what you talk about all the time on there. And then I'm going to have some answers to dish out.
Yeah, you are. I mean, at least he's 9. He's nearing the edge of puberty, and so it's going to be time when you're going to have some talks with him.
We'll avoid that as long as
I
we
feel like you need to be all-inclusive with your talks with him.
I'm just gonna
not just the birds and the bees, but the bees and the bees and the birds and the birds. And
I'm not even going to do it.
And the helicopters and the alligators. Who knows at this point?
I'm not even going to do it in person. I'm just going to do it by video. I'm going to record a video like this and be like, so here's what it is, and here's the diagrams. I'm going to use the green screen that we use for the podcast and just have big gaping pictures of vaginas.
Oh, please, yes. Give him diagrams, and like the cervix is not bone.
But then I could secure him being gay by being like, and here's what a diseased vagina looks like if you don't treat the STD.
See, I don't think you need to secure him being gay.
He's going to do it on his own?
Yeah, I really feel like it. And like, you know how kids like pre-puberty, they get angsty and whatnot, and you kind of... I feel like we're getting a glimpse of him puberty and like the whining and the everything's out to get me. I feel like that's a very like insight into his upcoming puberty, and I feel like that really shows.
I watch him like wrestle and play with Kristen's friend's daughter, the oldest one. Obviously not the baby. And it comes off as very flirty. It's very like, hey, this is soon going to make realizations that there are feelings here. And then I'm just thinking, like, that's cute. You think that's the route you're going to go in life is with the girl.
Well, see, here's what's wrong about that is, like, they also thought that about me and this kid that lived 3 houses down from Bob. And turns out he had zero feelings whatsoever. I
thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say it was you that didn't feel anything.
No,
you were the rejected one.
I was the rejected one.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
And then he ended up with a gold digger, and they eventually broke up. But it's like she would purposely break up with him because he would go and he would spend hundreds of dollars on her to get her back.
God damn it.
And then like
Men.
Who needs them?
So, anyway.
We're so off topic. At least I can still see the time.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna go over the 218 this time. This is why I don't even know if I can clip it, because like I don't want to sit through this bullshit again and fucking watch it to figure out where I can clip it.
You're taking notes on.
I even lost track of where I was on the timestamp notes. I think I might just throw that all out the window at this point.
At least for this one. Sorry, Brian. If we took a shot for every time we say sorry, Brian, this would have been long.
Yeah, I was going to say we need another bottle. Julie Dixon. Bring it back in.
I thought you were going to say Julie Dixon. I'm like, what about Julian Dix?
Julie Dixon says, after consulting several Google images and diagrams, I feel newly educated on what I previously thought was the vulva. Also, expecting a query from HR over my recent internet research. I have to be so careful when I search for things for the podcast at work, because the work Wi-Fi is so touchy. It's touchier than a very devout Catholic family monitoring every second you spend on the
You're
internet.
telling me I'm supposed to be able to access ADP at work, but that site is blocked. Like they literally have it. There's an apps menu on the website or online that we can use to access certain things, and ADP is literally right there, and you click it and it says, sorry, can't visit this site.
They don't want you to know what you're worth, or what you're getting paid, rather.
I'm like,
What you're worth is probably a lot more than you were getting paid. Oh, shit.
especially when they don't do regular raises. Like most companies do a yearly raise. When it came time for that, they're like, no, we're not giving raises, but do your reviews anyways. But we're not giving raises. You're good.
Just do your thing. Oh, fucking hell. All right, well, let's get on. I'm almost done here, I promise. I think I'm somewhere in the middle here. K. Miriri Geo, I don't fucking know what your name is. Bullshit. Says, I'm tired of hearing about people's concerns about the vajayjay and not looking perfect. Wait until menopause, then you'll be pining for a machine that smooths out the sandpaper and removes the shark teeth that somehow took up residence. Now, I don't know much about menopause other than my mom complained about hot flashes all the time, but sandpaper and shark teeth sounds terrifying and wildly I feel like something else is going on with her vagina.
I think we just found teeth grown up.
The vagina teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. This sounds
I
terrifying.
was like, isn't that fairly old now?
It's been a while. I don't know when it came out, but I don't watch movies like that. And what was that? Well,
I don't either.
Tire.
Rubber?
Yeah, Rubber, that's what it was.
Um,
Then they're making all these ones now as Disney characters fall out into public domain. We got the Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Speaking of Disney, a
We're
new
about-
realm is coming to Dreamlight Valley in September, so you got 2 realms you need to do.
Kate, we're talking about vaginas with teeth and Winnie the Pooh killing people. You're talking about Dreamlight Valley.
Where was it? I think it was Akron Con when we went. I think it was Akron Con. There was a movie about a killer Easter bunny.
You're kind of off camera.
Fine. There was a movie about a killer Easter bunny.
I'm sure there was. I'm not going to dwell too long on it. Ready? So we need to do more shots for the rest of these. Patrick Repper says, vulva sounds like a cheaply made econobox from an Eastern European country. And then he writes an ad for it saying, the new 2023 vulva, solid steel shock absorbers, genuine vinyl seats with padding made using only the finest recycled medical waste. New for 2023, a steering wheel, no more using an included crescent wrench to steer. Ben Metzger says, will this work on my vulvas? And Nude said, yes, the flasher is safe and effective to use everywhere that hair grows, including your vulva. The following comment was a response from another person on the ad, replying to Ben's concern if it would work on his vulvas, and she said, "But will it work on my vulva or work on a vulva singular? My husband lost the S at the end a few years ago, and now only has one."
TMI, honey, TMI.
Dana Michelson says, "What if I don't have a vulva? Will a vulva be provided?"
No, you got your vulvas. If you don't have a vulva, then you got a vulva. Vulvas. Sorry.
Yeah,
unless you like the other lady's husband.
Yeah, I was gonna say only Emily's husband has the vulva, which it will still work on.
Doesn't matter if you got one or two. It still works.
Yeah, it will still work. Although I found out it is kind of a racist device. It doesn't work on dark hair or people of color. So if your vulva has light colored hair, it will work. But otherwise, it is racist shit.
Yeah, it is. Especially because, like, isn't it like a thing where, like, each time you shave it grows back darker and thicker and like, it doesn't matter where.
I've heard that, but I don't know that it grows back thicker.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that it grows thicker and darker.
It's not a hydra. It's not going to pop more heads out.
No, but it's, like, thicker. It's, like, more wiry. It's, like...
But eventually you'd be rocking...
Going from your arm hair to your beard hair.
But eventually you'd be rocking a steel mesh scrubber. Like,
I don't think it goes
it doesn't keep escalating.
No, it doesn't keep escalating, but, like... It's not the fine hair you started out with in the beginning. Another shot. I need another shot. We need to move on.
It doesn't get better with age.
You mean warmth?
Amounts.
Oh, amounts.
Yeah, it's not getting tastier.
I don't mind it.
Thomas Wyrick is in the ballpark of the same thing I am.
I thought you were going to say vulva. The vulva of...
No, well, not the same ballpark. The same ballpark you accused me of being in. Thomas says, the fact that this is being advertised to me is a clear sign that I need to clear my browsing history. Brian Schwagler says, grass don't grow on racetracks. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Is he insisting that if you are constantly being fucked that you won't have pubic hair?
I don't know, but I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that's how that works either. Nude did respond to him and says, please don't park your car here, Brian.
God damn it, Brian.
Fuck, Brian. Why'd you have to go and post that shit? Jesus Christ.
Such a common name. I'm sorry. Though my brain wants to autocorrect it when I'm speaking to brain.
Here you go. Here's another term for you to go home with that's relevant to our mascot. Susan Kimmel says, can't wait to tame my panty hamster.
No!
We're not cool with calling it a panty hamster?
No!
All right, how about this one then? Michelle Elizabeth says, I am so tired of shaving my meat garage, ordering now.
That's a new one. Meat garage. I mean, like, it's accurate, which is why I hate it so much, because you pull it in and you pull it out like you do a car in a garage. No. Can we move on?
This is getting so much more unhinged as we go.
Can we move on? For once, I'm rushing you. I can't. I'm smelling food.
My friend. This is. I think they mean my friend and I. My friend were getting some flowers from this old lady's garden. She proceeded to tell us how a bee went up her housecoat one time and stung her right in the vulva. Nothing to do with the nude product they're trying to sell. Just a little anecdote that the neighbor woman told him that a bee went under her coat and stung her right in the vulva. And this stuck with him for life. And now every time he hears the word vulva, he's like, I've got to fucking tell everyone this story.
It's going to be like me and Millie in the I need to watch you pee story.
Yeah, you'll tell everybody forever.
I will.
You can tell her at her graduation. Let's see.
That's going to be a fantastic graduation story.
That's it. That's all we got. That's all the good comments. There were a lot of comments. Some of them were just praising the vulva comments.
The vulva?
The vulva?
Praising the vulva, not the nude?
I was saying the vulva comments, but you fucking cut me off, you fucking...
Sorry, praising the vulva is
we're
funny.
having, bitch.
Praising the vulva is kind of funny.
And realistically, aren't all straight men praising the vulva?
If they know how to do it properly. That's the real thing.
We're almost out of ramen. We aren't done yet.
What?
We still got 2 more segments.
Hurry up. Let's go.
We're at almost 2 hours. We don't even know if Kristen's got food ready.
Do you not smell it? Is your nose broken?
I do smell it now.
I've been smelling it for like a good few minutes. So
I've been so focused on vulvas for the last like half hour.
Apparently,
Just vulva on the brain.
Is it at least your wife's vulva?
I plead the
Because
fifth
at least
on
then
that
we're
one.
speaking. At least we're thinking of the same person. It's just
You're also thinking of my wife's vulva.
No, not her vulva. Her cooking. I didn't say
Her
different
cooking's
things.
a lot like her vulva.
I don't need to know that.
It is presented to you, and you have the choice to eat or not.
Wow. You're awful. What's the next segment?
The next segment is about jerking you off. Not you specifically, but in general.
Well, good, because Willard, we were watching that one episode, and you said something about a disconnect in the bed, and, I think it was, the beginning of the other episode when I was petting Piggles, and, the whole conversation about how apparently doing it wrong, I'm like, he goes, what? And I'm like, is it true?
I have no idea what you mean.
There was
We're talking about stroking people off and petting Piggles and Willard. I don't know where all the connections are.
Because you made a comment, we were talking about how it looked weird just me doing this, and you did and you made a comment about there apparently being a disconnect in bed between Willard and I asked if that was the issue, was because I'm not good with my hand jobs.
Did I ask you that?
Yes, you said something about a disconnect, and I'm like, oh, is that my problem? Is I'm not doing the right hand jobs.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember? I remember that. It wasn't that far into it.
I'm pretty sure if there's no proof, it doesn't exist.
There's proof. Just look at the last Patreon episode.
I refuse. It's already edited. I'm not doing shit else to it.
You'll watch all our other episodes because you're not editing them?
This one is twice as long. I throw the background on the green screen, so it's not green. I put in the music.
Did you put it on last and just drag it across everything like Karen did for episode 4? I'm sure she wasn't even thinking. She was just so tired and wanted to get it done with all the issues that she's like, screw it.
I know. I have it just displayed above us, the title of the episode. And then she's like, okay, it's done. I was like, okay, cool. And then I watched it and the microphone's here and the words are just over the microphone.
We didn't do a very good job giving her that episode, though, because if you look and see where the boards are, that's literally all the space she had was right here. So we didn't do a very good job at setting her up. I hope the next time is better. And I did send her a picture. Well, it was episode 3 that she had the issues with. So when I did screenshot one of the clips of episode 4 for her, and I tell her, look, we did better. And she goes, oh, yeah, you did. Thank you.
Well, it's not like she's showing up to do it herself.
I know.
We're in another segment. We're going to do another shot. We did a bonus shot. We're going to go through a bottle of this every bonus episode, aren't we? I think you're gonna have to just do blue raspberry Smirnoff.
Smirnoff doesn't do anything.
Is the rum? Do you feel it?
I felt the rum with the first shot I took earlier.
I'm feeling it slowly, but
that was why I said you need to be careful with it.
What are we in 6 shots in?
I don't know.
He told me we needed to limit me because I have to go to work I have to be there. I look at that like that's gonna tell me the time. I have to be there in less than 5 hours, 4 hours and 49 minutes.
So let's hurry up this, do like half an hour or so of Omegle while we eat, and then you can go nap.
I'm gonna nap so hard.
And we can tell all of our Omegle friends about how she makes the best Alfredo.
Our Omegle friend, we're gonna sit here and go.
I really, 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 really hope we get Vlad. Like I don't pray, but I have legit praying. Like, please,
I think
Vlad just once.
I feel like Vlad is doing it at nighttime, so we need to figure out when nighttime.
Well,
Russia
I don't.
is.
I was gonna say I don't know if he's Russia or if he's like somewhere around Russia because she's not from Russia, and they were both in Greek reality shows, and that's how they met. Not that they were in the same reality show. He was on Greek Big Brother, and she was on Greek Bachelor, and they left their shows the same day. Like they both got eliminated on the same day.
Who is she?
His girlfriend.
I didn't know
Her
the
name's
girlfriend.
Samantha or something.
That's a very American name.
She had a very big nose. I'm sorry. Other than that, she's pretty, but like it's like her nose. And I guess they had a mutual friend. They did Q&A. I guess they had a mutual friend, and he had like was just recently friends with this dude, but she was not. She's been friends with this dude for quite some time, and something to wipe it up with. That's not my shirt, but okay.
You could just looked it off the table, I guess.
I wasn't going to do that.
That was a nice ASMR.
Yeah, I guess they flew back into the same place, and this dude kept bothering him to go to lunch, and finally he agreed, and he went to lunch, and there's a whole group of people there, and eventually at some point they ended up talking and ended up together, but I guess she's like so much older than him as well. Food smells fantastic.
It's a fly. Oh, even a little shot. Don't be a fucking vault. We're gonna show up. We're gonna go upstairs after we're done recording. Go. Where's the food, you bitch?
And then bring it back down for Omegle.
I don't think we should carry food downstairs.
It's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I am much more
You say
coherent
with
than
a little tear
the peach.
thing. So we should have the crown.
I don't know if it's that or if it's like I've been there once before, so now it's gonna take me a little more to get
I've always
there.
felt like Parrot Bay was weaker than other alcohol. I think it has more alcohol.
It's 21%.
What was the crown?
I don't know. And look, this is gonna wipe down.
He does every week, every episode, however long we take to record these.
35%.
There you go. That's the problem.
But this is still better than a lot of other things.
And we're doing a lot more shots, so.
And I'm more coherent this far into the episode. I think that is worth something. I mean, I'm sure I was entertaining, but I am absolutely terrified to go back and watch it extra, like
Hour 18.
half that I don't remember.
You ready to actually get on to the segment now that we've done the shot?
Yeah. That was an accident. I hope my mic didn't pick that up, but at the same
Pick up
time,
everything.
I hope it did, but I hope it didn't at the same time. I'm sorry, Brian. It was just such a little one.
I would text him right now and tell him the episode's about him, but he's going to be blowing me up like, what do you mean? What's happening?
We just talked to you a lot. That's fine. He's watched the other episodes, right?
I don't know if he's seen the most recent, but he's watched the first 3.
So he knows how we talk to Karen.
Yes.
So just tell him it's that. But we're talking to him instead of Karen because she doesn't edit the Patreon.
But I do. Why are you talking to me about it? Why aren't you apologizing to me?
I'm not. I'm telling you
I
that
know,
you should text
but
him.
when we
And
tell...
when he's blowing up your phone, like, what do you mean? Just tell him that it's the same thing. Like, how we talked to Karen, we were talking to him.
But when we tell Karen we're sorry for the bullshit we're putting her through, that's the normal episodes. But now that I'm the one that has to do the Patreon, you're not apologizing to me.
I'm not. You're not really doing too much editing. You're cutting out the true bullshit that is absolutely not needed, even though I think they should have all of it.
Oh no, it's all of it.
It is?
I don't take anything out.
Oh, fantastic. Then all you're doing is throwing up the green screen.
Yeah,
so.
I do the green screen. I put the music and the
Intro?
album picture in there. I haven't done the intros because I haven't kept track and I didn't want to listen to it again.
I am offended.
I'm trying my best. You bitch, you ain't even listening to the whole thing.
I made it an hour into it, apparently more than you did.
I don't know where I stopped.
I don't know.
I know that I've tried to edit it several times because it was getting glitchy on me because my computer processor was getting too bogged down. And I kept going back towards the end of it when you're just like swaying in your seat. And Kristen texts to see if everything's okay and if we're almost done. And I warn you that Kristen's been listening in this whole time. And you're like something about like, that's fine or whatever. And then you're like, I love you, you bitch.
I do love her. I do love you.
We're definitely sticking to the limited couple of shots each and not exceeding it. The bottle's definitely not almost empty.
We're more coherent because the crowd was 35%.
I think she's coming down to call cap on us. Not the bottle. Alright, on your sober face.
It's fine. I'm looking at my dream laptop for you.
We mostly
The one that you should have bought instead of that piece of shit.
Why are you looking at laptops right now? We're still literally recording. It's not empty. It's not here. It's upstairs still. We didn't take any shots at all.
I'm actually a lot more coherent. Like the crowd was the crowd was 35%, and this is only 21%. So we are a lot better.
It's the brain cancer.
I promise. It is the brain cancer. Brain cancer really freaking me up. Like my
Frickin'
brain
her
cancer wants to autocorrect Brian to brain as I'm speaking.
Sorry, Brian.
Sorry, Brian. This episode is for Brian. Don't even. We can't lie. We're gonna come get pasta's carbs. Carbs is good for when you're drunk.
You have to work.
I sure do.
Pasta's carbs. Carbs are good for dealing with drunk, and then we'll bring the food down. We'll eat. We'll do the
She wants
omegle.
to eat while doing the omegle.
I figured that like kills two birds, one stone, and then he can go nap. And I'm starving, and it smells fantastic. I love you.
And your vulva.
He loves your vulva, apparently. She just continues walking away.
Yeah, because she knows she has to babysit for the rest of the night. I'm not even talking about the kids. Quit looking at computers. We're trying to do an episode here. Are you ready to talk about getting jerked off? You good?
So when I worked there, the version was rose gold, and it had a rose gold trim on it. But it's a 2-in-1. It's really nice. It's really powerful.
It's so unrelated to anything we're talking
It's $2,000 though.
That's why I didn't get it. This is $2,000.
Finance it.
Oh, fuck you.
You only need $80 to do their finance application.
So this week on What a Deal.
What a deal!
Where am I?
That Alfredo's what a deal.
What? No, what am I doing?
I might go get Alfredo now. I might finish this episode.
Keep your ass sat down.
At least I don't have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, so this is why I can't put in timestamps. This is why I can't put in segment cards.
But we're funny. That's what counts. We're doing good. Look at the TikTok views. We're doing good.
What would you pay for a good jerk off?
I don't have a dick to jerk off. So.
I was wondering where the answer was going to come from. I was either you didn't have a dick for being jerked off, or you would give me a price that seemed fair to you.
No, so I don't have a dick to jerk off, but if I did charge someone to pleasure me, It'd probably be at least 75.
75 to give you the pleasure.
Yes.
It's a hard fucking drive. They're not getting anything out of it, and you're charging them?
I mean, if
Actually,
I'm
there are
not into them,
weirdos.
if I'm not into them,
There are weirdos
you're
out
definitely
there.
gonna have to pay.
I mean, it's
'Cause that's the
prostitution, I
thing.
guess. Is what it comes down to.
Prostitutes charge more,
Prostitutes charge more. Fucking,
but it's not for their pleasure.
Here's your
for
fucking business
clients.
model. Prostitutes charge more. You can pleasure me for less.
Only me though. Fuck you. Dick costs extra.
It costs extra.
Yeah.
Before you chop it off. and
Okay,
use
but
it.
like to be fair,
Oh god.
I did meet a dude at one point. He bought me a DLC for a game that we were playing together, and he insisted and he tried spending a whole bunch more money on me. So I guess I could charge a pretty penny. And I promise we did not have sex or even meet at this point.
I wouldn't have cared if you did.
But he was like, "Let me deck out your car. Let me buy you this DLC." And like I told him no, but like you know how Xbox you can gift things to people.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that happened. But yeah, I feel like I could get a pretty penny if I really tried.
Working hard for the vulva.
That's why I really kind of want to open an OnlyFans.
See? It would work. You could bring us so much more money faster. You could get us a nice set.
I could bring in so much money for everyone. Like,
there you go. We're going to pay all of our bills.
We would all be sharing a big-ass house together. And I'm sorry, like, that sounds really cocky now that I think about it. It's not that. It's not that I love myself so much. It's not that I think that I am so fantastical. It's that I am a photographer. I know angles. And I know how to work things into my favor.
All right, so Kate's going to open up an OnlyFans to support the podcast.
I had a very educational 8 months of singleness.
Because fuck you, Brian. You're not paying our bills.
No. But now I'm concerned as if Brian is going to subscribe to the OnlyFans, and I don't know how I feel about that because money is money, but Brian!
See, I've myself contemplated starting an OnlyFans. For real, I have. And then I thought, well, I mean, dad bod aside, the girls like dad bods, so I'm sure someone out there would appreciate. But I don't have the sexy confidence to do one. I would just feel like I would be looking ridiculous doing it. I'm just like...
See, we have discussed it, like, very few times together. But, like, anytime I bring up the fact of, like, oh, I want to sell feet pics, it's no. I want to sell underwear or socks, it's no, because those are physical items. But, like, we've discussed the OnlyFans a couple times, so I feel like it would have to be behind his back. But, like, the money it brings in, like, why the fuck are you saying no?
I can do it. Let's do it.
I could legit quit my job.
Probably could. I imagine the marketing, if you're trying to keep that information secret from your family, is difficult to accomplish because you're going to have to...
But I follow a boudoir photographer. I think she, like, is trying to move out of boudoir and, like, more into self-exploration. She's fantastic. Her name is Ray. She goes by Honey Ray. She's really fantastic, and she has a lot of health issues herself, which is another big reason why I follow her. Like, she has lupus and she's dealing with that, and she's really inspirational. But she posted at one point on her pager in the group she ran about another group for spicy content creators, and there's a lot of people that ask that question. And ask the question of how do you advertise so your family don't find out or your job doesn't find out? How you advertise so you get those viewers? So I got all the secrets. I got all the secrets.
All right, Brian, she's got all the secrets.
That's why I told the other two that like I could help.
So there you go. If you subscribe to her secret OnlyFans, she's apparently going to start up behind everyone's back, and you don't subscribe to mine, I'm going to consider it a hate crime. And we're no longer going to be friends.
I will say, like, this makes me look so much fatter than I am. I promise I'm not. Like, I was watching the last few, and I'm like, holy shit, I look so freaking big.
Well, I don't think so.
In the end, yes. I mean, like, I know, like, my whole body is literally swollen. Like, it's not fat. It's literally swollen because this usually, like, just falls off.
Soft topic. For being jerked off for a segment to this.
But how much I charge? which I guess fits into OnlyFans. And how much am I gonna charge for my subscription? I don't know.
$10 a month.
$10? I was gonna say 10 or 15 sounds good.
I know some girls that have an OnlyFans who are charging like 15. It's like,
well,
15.
here's the thing why I'm okay with going 15
Okay.
is because I have given tips and like even examples to someone that I thought was a friend to help her out because she had a crush on this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that after we had our falling out, like she had her falling out with the whole group, she's in another group and she meets this dude. And now her and her ex are bestest of friends. Like he doesn't go anywhere without her. Wherever she goes, he follows. So she meets this other dude in this other group and tries to trade nudes with my secrets for DLC, for the Lightfall, for Destiny 2, which is like $100 minimum for her and her ex. Like, you really think your nudes are $200?
Bitches be tripping.
Good job, bitch. She's not. Her face was okay. Okay, but that was it. And I really hope she stumbles across this because fuck you, cunt.
The last one, you really started shit talking your ex.
Because Kristen was supposed to steal my phone because.
And then this one, your phone, you did it on the podcast.
I know she still didn't do it, and I don't know like if I can do that at this point. Like I guess I could say they called me at any point, but like I'm really uncomfortable with the fact that he did that. But back to Lilith / Mercedes, it was really freaking funny when she left or got kicked from her server after ours after we kicked her for attacking us.
Mm-hmm.
He went on to one of the biggest ARC Facebook groups anonymously, and he was like, watch out for this person. And the entire freaking time, like, she kept changing her Discord name and her gamer tag. She legit paid to change her gamer tag. But she kept changing her Discord name, so every time we did it, we would just update it and be like, yo, now her gamer tag is this. Now it's that. Her name isn't even Lilith Blackwood. It's Mercedes O'Daniels.
But I've advertised for OnlyFans.
Nope. Because I promise she's not worth it. If anything, it's my tips. Which at that point, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Because I'm not a fat bitch with bad outfits.
That's gonna be the tagline to my account. I'm not a fat bitch.
With bad outfits.
Okay, you ready to talk about the what a deal section we got planned?
I wish I timed that tangent. Let's go.
We're over 2:18 at this point. So now this is longer
Are we really?
than the last episode.
We are. We're at 2:20. I can still see it though. That is a feat.
This one is. All right, here you go. A homemade arm wrestling machine.
Oh, so you mean the robot things where everyone gets their dick stuck in?
No, this is not for dicks. This is specifically for arm wrestling. Despite that there's no table or the right angle for doing
You're gonna
arm
put
wrestling.
this up here, right?
Maybe I'd have to listen to this whole 2 hour and 21-minute thing.
Okay.
Oh, this is so not going to translate well. Please be. I'm so glad that keyboard's magnetic.
I know it is.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Nothing. No. I'm working on computers at Best Buy. They're fine.
No, it was off video to begin with.
That's an arm wrestling machine, apparently. With the no. So you know how we had cardboard box covering the other window? Yeah, it just fell. I think he nearly grabbed onto me for protection.
All that work and it's just...
Like he quickly leaned over and was like, ah! It's fine. It's fine. The sun is gone.
I'm going to have to upload this video before we can record the amigos because there's not going to be enough room.
So we're eating before we do it. Fine. But it's fine now. It's fine. The sun's gone.
So this homemade...
She almost scared me, dude. Dear Christ, I just saw something fall in the ceiling, and I'm like, what's falling now?
This is homemade wrestling. Arm wrestling machine.
Not for arm wrestling. Don't even lie. That's why it's in quotations.
I don't even have anything more to say about it. It's definitely a jerk-off bot. It's
For $50, I feel like that's a ripoff for how it's made.
well.
Your dick gets stuck in it anyways.
Do you think
And
it
then you
would?
gotta carry those barrels to it, or
That's a challenge in itself,
Well-
though, too, because
well,
you've got
wait.
the height. The height is gonna.
now that I look at it, do you get the buckets included, or is it just like this is a stand and everything
I feel like
is
you're just getting the arm and the face. I don't think you're getting the buckets. The buckets are probably something that's precious to the
and
seller.
the chair?
You don't get the chair, too.
What?
For $50,
For $50,
you're
I'm
gonna-
gonna be getting everything in that picture.
you're gonna get a hand job machine and a chair and buckets with unknown contents in it.
Yeah, the Hummer was over 200.
You could buy a flashlight for about that price.
The Hummer was over 200.
The Hummer?
I showed you the Hummer. The Vito Hummer after the alien depositors.
Yes, you did.
I said that sleeve reminded me of very alien-like because it glowed in the dark and how it was made and everything. Like, if you could see the sleeve, you would understand. This better be for you.
Why? You're having such a wonderful time. Oh, there's enough in there for you to do one more. Are you just going to do it from there? Oh, fuck. Here we go. Salute.
I don't get mad. Oh fuck! It's on my foot.
It's on your foot. Good job.
I hate that shit so much.
It gets worse as it gets warmer, but
It really does. We should put on a bucket of ice.
get bougie with it.
I don't know. I think the arm and the base are enough.
Not for 50. I think that's a ripoff. But I don't know.
I think you're.
I
Well,
don't have a dick to
I was
experience
going to
that.
say, I hope it's not a ripoff because that's. That might do it. That fucking arm crank. It's man versus machine, and that machine gonna win.
I don't have a dick to experience that shit, so I wouldn't know. But I think $50 for that is a ripoff.
No, you got the spiky tractor pull thing.
And corn on the cob and Pam.
Maybe
and
we'll use that video for the Words of Humanity. I don't have one planned. I was gonna use a video or a picture that I'd saved for just whatever random one. I think I'm gonna look at that video just for you though.
What?
The girl in the
Oh
tractor.
God.
Because I get
That's a child.
yeah, the whiny one that's gonna be gay.
Because no, you weren't even around. Like, I know I don't remember when you started existing in the family, but you weren't even around. It was literally as soon as he could talk, it was, hey.
No, I recall it was everyone's favorite party trick.
Hey. He had the hand and everything. Just, hey.
You all were training him for that shit.
I think there's still a bet going on when he comes out. I think there was a bet made in the family about when he's gonna come out.
That fucking freaked me out out of the peripheral of my eye.
I know. Every time she hops down there, it's just so heavy.
So fat.
I loved Nixie today. I got some Nixie attention.
Okay. All right.
I think she's slowly becoming my cat. I'm sorry. You
Do
can
you
look
have
up your
anything more
video
to-
while I talk.
Do you have anything more to talk about the jerk
No.
off arm? No.
No,
It's
I think it's a ripoff.
It's a ripoff. You
It's a
deserve the
ripoff.
bucket stands and the chair.
You
If
deserve
you're going to
everything
have
in
to
that picture
adjust
for
the height. It's
$50.
not obviously a one size fits all.
Well, then that sounds like a personal problem.
So like we were complaining we needed a stand for here between us. You're going to have to get the proper height difference.
I said we needed a stand here for this.
Oh, when you fucking rigged with totes.
Yes, because you refused to go find one.
I can't just find the perfect
I was here
height.
for 2 weeks. I wasn't here for 2 weeks. You had 2 weeks to scour Facebook Marketplace, like I told you, to find a stand so we can put. I mean, I'm sure this is going to need to be moved closer to us, too.
No, they're not going to be able to see shit. I don't know. It's perfect. We don't know until we get on an angle.
I can't pull it closer with my feet. That bottom one's pretty heavy.
Okay. TikTok.
I'm so excited for that. Like, I can't even tell you. Whether or not we get Vlad or not, like, this was one of my very early teenage years. I'm bored bullshit was Omegle.
I bet if I just type in girl tractor, I'm going to get
Some scary shit?
girl tractor. Let's see if this comes up. Yep. Alright, so this is going to be a stitch with somebody. Jesus Christ. It's just going to keep playing really loudly. I don't know if this is the one I want, but we'll use it anyway.
You put lube on it? What is that on it?
Ladies, come on to the front. Y'all got some explaining to do now. Now, ladies, I clearly remember that y'all have said about men that we'll F anything that moves, anything with a pulse or even without a pulse, right? But yet I've learned in so many recent years that, ladies, y'all will F anything phallic. Anything.
Some people really will try.
We're talking about bedposts, marital aids, pins, markers.
You don't even need any of that shit. You got people using pillows.
Yeah, pillow humping. It's a real popular thing on Pornhub. It's like a whole category.
I don't even understand that. Like,
And now we have
can we go back to the fact that you said it's a whole category? How do you know? Never mind. Don't tell me. Let's finish this.
Who do we want to act like the majority of the planet's not on Pornhub?
ladies. I think we need to have an intervention at this point.
It's because Pornhub's free.
Just that big spiky pole. You're so concerned about catching. You're just too slow.
She's legit bent over in front of it. I thought it was like a stuffed duck or something at first.
I can't fathom she's actually being fucked by
No,
it, though.
she's not. She's literally just standing in front of it moving, but it is kind of funny.
It's gonna sit there, isn't it? Oh, boy, I fucking activate. Oh, God, now look at this guy. The dude's in a Speedo. Look at this. Oh, I can't look at it. In a Speedo. I don't know why that's relevant. I just saw it, and here we are.
I hope we get some good content creators on our Omegle hunting, though, because there's some good ones on there, and that's why it's coming back. Like, I see a lot of TikToks of a lot of people, not just Plaid, but a lot of content creators using it.
Well, this is why I didn't. This is why I didn't set up the worst of humanity. We just went straight to the video. Like I not why I don't use it. That's why the fucking rum's kicking in. What I meant to say was, I don't remember what I was going to say. Help me out here, Brian.
You didn't set up Voice of Humanity.
I got that part, but that wasn't what I meant. Oh, this is why I don't use segment cards for the Patreon episodes, because we just ran right in. We rammed into that segment like that pole rammed into that girl. Just spiky, unannounced, just doing our thing.
Lube or no lube, though? Are we going to lube it up like she did?
Well, no, we didn't lube it up.
Unless you count the rum as lube. That was our lube.
It fucking lubed up the brain. Now we're on the same level of brain cancer, so...
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so, and I'm just going to go continue to drink, too.
You're going to continue to drink?
Yeah.
Okay. I should probably stop.
You should probably stop now that we've finished that, but I can continue to drink. I still got another 4 Loko in the fridge, and we're eating pasta, and as I said, carbs is good for being drunk.
So you have to try to challenge the carbs to stay drunk.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's all I got for this week's, this month's bonus episode.
It was a blast.
It was something. I don't know that it was a blast. There's some
2.5 hours of fantasticness.
There was some vulva. There was some...
and a bunch of apologizing to Brian.
Brian was mentioned an awful lot. There was being jerked off by a robot
Brian,
arm.
if you've made it this far, you should totally add me as a friend on Facebook. Just so I know that you made it this far.
I guess that's how you're going to find out about the OnlyFans ad, too. So
I'm not going to post it on my personal Facebook.
You haven't shared how everyone's going to find you on there.
I need to come up with a good last name that I want to use, or something like a good name that I want to use for everything.
we should do.
And it's going to be like OnlyFans stuff too. Like all of my media that I don't want connected to my work and my personal life is going to be under this name. So I need another alias.
Okay.
And the only thing I can think of, because I really liked it, even though like I don't like where it came from, was Katie May, but that's still too close to my name.
I know another girl that uses May as her Like, it seems like a common
My
go-to.
Steam name is Katie May because so my ex's mom, anyone that she liked, she would give him a nickname and add May to it. So I was Katie May.
We should come up with a name for you.
Something not too out there, but something that's good, that's going to get attention, so I can make all of these accounts when I am more sober, because tonight is not the night.
So we're thinking about people jerking off to you?
What? No, it's not weird. I had 8 months of singleness. We don't want to talk about that. I had a major whore phase. We're not going to talk about that.
Listen, my whore phase was about a decade long, so I'm all about embracing that phase of your life.
Honestly, like, he kind of got lucky coming into my life when he did, because I was feeling lonely. I was tired of being ghosted. I was tired of the one-off sex. Like, the only consistent hookup that I had, I'm pretty sure he had a girlfriend and I was just a side piece, because he had a roommate, but they only had a 1-bedroom house. And her stuff was in the bedroom, and her stuff was in the bathroom, and her stuff was everywhere in the house. So, like, I'm pretty sure he had a girlfriend, but he was the only consistent hookup I had at the time of meeting Willard. I was, like, really lonely and whatnot, and, like, I wanted to try for a relationship. I was still terrified. I didn't want to deal with that shit because, asshole really screwed me up. But I was like, why not? He legit asked me every day for a week, can I make it Facebook official yet? Can I make it Facebook official yet? Can we be Facebook official yet? To the point where I was like, yeah, why not? Let's try. I definitely did not expect it to last the 4.5 years it has so far. And I've told him that. So this is nothing new. Like, I was not looking for a long-term relationship at the time. But he got lucky coming into my life when he did.
So if there's an opening other than the vulva, we'll post a Patreon. We'll post a Patreon
for my love life.
Yeah, we'll post a Patreon post for taking applications for Kate. And then the opening also includes the vulva. It's just kind of a package deal at this point.
No, but I'll definitely probably set up an OnlyFans. Like, I kind of really want that money.
Fucking do it. Do it. Make the money. Make the money.
I am an independent, strong woman who doesn't need a man. It's really funny because his mom was talking about his stepsister and whatnot and man hopping like she does. And I was like, who needs a man? And I straight looked at him like, I'm sorry, you're nice and all, but like I could manage on my own. He goes, yeah, I imagine. So at least he knows.
Anyway, thanks for coming to our TED Talk, Brian.
Thank you, Brian. We appreciate you.
Everyone else, go fuck yourselves.
This is all about Brian today.
Anyway, if you want to keep up with the bullshit, you can find us at Overdue for Extinction. I forgot the fucking name of the podcast.com. Not obviously that one big one.
And then you can follow him at all of his places. And once we come up with my alias, you can follow me because I work for a very less than G-rated family-friendly photography company, and I have some people from work on my Facebook. Like, I want to know if PJ sees any of this. And on one hand, I'm terrified, but on the other hand, PJ's cool as fuck. So I'm not too concerned.
We'll know if we'll know if she hears this because she'll subscribe and we'll get notified that she subscribed. So we'll have a heads up. She may not ever hear
like
it.
all of the stuff you tag me in, I'm friends with her on Facebook, so she theoretically could see, but I don't know if she does or not. And like it kind of terrifies me because I'm friends with her and one of my employees. Both of my employees, really. I'm friends with all of them on Facebook.
Maybe she hates you because she would want to subscribe to your LinkedIn. Oh, she likes you? Oh.
She's legit my best friend.
I get mixed up who you like and who you hate.
I love PJ. She has become a good friend. And she's a mentor, and she's my go-to when anything goes wrong at work. Like, the moment I started, it was PJ, I got this couple, PJ. And, like, none of our phone calls are shorter than an hour. It never fails. If one of us calls the other for something, we're on the phone bullshitting for, like, at least an hour. And then we're like, okay, gotta go get these phone calls done because my boss wants 66 call list calls done. And I'm sorry, I don't want to call the same people once a week.
So this episode is for Brian, and PJ's the side chick in it too.
Love you, Brian, but I really love PJ. Like, I'm so glad that, like, I don't have regrets about taking this job only because I met her.
We can make so much money. Don't tell anyone about this. We can advertise your
OnlyFans on the
OnlyFans
podcast?
on the Patreon. They can only get the link by subscribing to Patreon, and then money flows into the podcast, and then flows into
I
you.
wonder if I can do a discounted link for the Patreon. That's really good.
We're gonna do this thing.
We're gonna do this thing. I'm
Some
gonna
of us
go-
are gonna
Alright,
get
Chris
naked.
and I are gonna go set it up tonight, guaranteed.
Some of us are gonna get naked, but
I
all
already
of
have
us,
stuff set up.
all of us are gonna go get pasta.
Pasta! It's Alfredo. Come on.
Thanks for showing up, Brian.
Love you, Brian.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap.
Good shit.
Stay safe, stay smart. Don't drink a whole bottle of rum in 2 hours.
We didn't drink a whole bottle. We shared a whole bottle. So we
Okay.
each had like half a bottle. Not even that, because Chris and I took a shot before we started. So
Next-
you had
next-
less than I did.
Next Patreon, we each down a whole bottle.
Let's do it.
And then we start the OnlyFans live.
Brian, I definitely think that you should share and tell other people to subscribe to the Patreon to see that shit.
I thought you were talking about the OnlyFans.
No. I mean, if people want my OnlyFans, fine, that's fine. I will gladly take your money.
We should
I'm a
put
broke
it on
bitch.
hold. That's
To
gonna
the
open
point where,
so
like,
many doors.
that's the reason why we had the Parrot Bay. Is I'm a broke bitch and it's $12, but it was on sale for $9, and apparently there was a $3 rebate, so I only paid $6 for this at the end of it. That's all Kristen asked me for, at least.
This is so neat.
Bye, Brian. Love you.
Bye. Stupid box.
Alfredo is calling.
Overdue for extinction.